we are getting ready to get started here. How are we looking? Audio's looking fine. Let me get a swig of water real quick. That mic seems off. Is the mic off? That probably sounds really bad. But I think we're going to be A-okay. That looks like fine. Alright. Yeah, I think the mic's looking okay. So we are going to tweet this out, and then we will get started with tonight's festivities. I need to also mute my phone, as it gladly reminded me I don't need random.org open anymore. Had to use that to set up some matches. But I will get into all of that as we go. Alright, get one more drink. I'm going to mute the phone first. It's actually quite important. Alright. I think we're all good and set up now. Let me move over, hit this box. There we go. Welcome, everyone, to the Halloween Havoc pay-per-view. October in game. It will be October in real life this Sunday. It's currently Friday as of the time I'm streaming this. 8:53, so almost 9 o'clock at night. Real spooky vibe. I am joined, as always, by my co-host Dunks, who recently just got his blanket cleaned, so he is very happily snoozing away on the couch, occasionally looking at the TV to see the exciting action that was going to be taking place tonight. We have 10 matches lined up for you tonight, including the first ever War Games match, which we're gonna go through these real quick. Start the show first. Let's get our nice spooky Halloween Havoc logo that's just repeating constantly because it's not actually a WWE pay-per-view. Oh, there it is again. Lots of spooky festivities, let me tell you. Great lineup. I've got my fact sheet out in front of me so that I can run through those as we do each match. I expect this to be about an hour and a half, 2-hour pay-per-view. If only because of the main event. The main event will almost definitely cover at least 30 minutes. So here we are, Halloween Havoc. Got those spooks back there. I'm glad I've got entrances working so we can see all those spooks. I thought I had no volume for a second. My volume was just really low, as it should be. But I thought it was completely mute at first. Cincinnati, Ohio. Interesting place to take place, honestly. Clean my glasses a bit. Alright, now to open up the pay-per-view, as Universe Mode places this match here almost always at the start. I don't feel like changing because I feel like it messes with the rivalry. Our opening match will be for the RC title, the Recognized Character Championship, Nightmare Freddy versus defending champion Apollo Crews in an Iron Man match. Pun not intended with Nightmare Freddy being made of iron and machine parts. Then we move on to a last man standing match between Blastoise and Keemstar. Two very tough competitors in Universe mode so far. Oh, Dunk's grunting at that one. He says he's ready for that one. Then we have our other rivalry match, a normal match, the Black Ranger versus Pepsi Man. Definitely going to be an interesting contest there. Followed up by our 6-man Monster Mash Battle Royal. Jeepers Creepers, Sans the Skeleton, Beelzebub, Slenderman, Krampus, and Barney, all ready to have a spookin' good time. Then we have our tag team title match, True Despair, Skeletor and Monokuma going up against Fight Club, Brock Lesnar and Machoke. Honestly, I think this could potentially be one of several match of the nights. A lot of match of the year candidates are on this card, let's be honest. Maybe not like these two. This could be really good. These could be good. This could be great. This could be alright. This could be amazing. Fight Master Championship match. Falls Count Anywhere as always. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Wade Barrett. If you did not see Wade Barrett defending his title against Jeepers Creepers on the last Raw before Halloween Havoc, go back and watch it at some point. It is probably going to be match of the year for this universe mode. It was absolutely incredible. And then our second to last kind of match of the night is an Extreme Rules Halloween Havoc Trick or Street Fight. Jeff the Killer versus Freddy Krueger for Thoren's Super Sweet Championship belt. And lastly, not done in Universe mode because it would take up 4 slots if we did, we are going to have the first ever War Games match. 18 men are going to enter 3 different cells. The people that survive those 3 cells, those 3 people, will meet the champion, Cookie Monster, in the final cell, where our World Heavyweight Champion will be decided. About half of the 18 people were decided based on their skills in Universe mode so far. The other half were decided randomly, and I'm going to keep all of the entrants a surprise until their entrances. So be ready for that. It's going to be a hell of a main event. A 4-part main event, nonetheless. So it's time for us to jump into our opening match. Iron Man match, Nightmare Freddy versus Apollo Crews. We're not cashing in the Money in the Bank briefcase. He's going to cash it in at some point, but it ain't yet.
Championship match.
So is there music for Halloween Havoc once Michael Cole stops talking? Or do I need to keep talking over this?
I can't wait to see these two go at it.
Okay, there's no music for Halloween Havoc, which just, tickles me senseless. So let's go over some fun facts here, right? Let's start with the challenger. Let's get some fun facts. Let's get some statistics about Nightmare Freddy. Is it Nightmare Freddy or Nightmare Fredbear? I really don't know. Nightmare Freddy is 3-0. Nightmare Freddy is undefeated. I'm pretty sure one of those wins is against Apollo Crews, but I could be wrong. Either way, Nightmare Freddy 3-0. Definitely a tough customer. However, our champion is actually, I was going to say he's no joke. He's actually like a really big joke. Because he forgot his title on the Go Home Raw again, which he also did at SummerSlam. And that being said, Apollo Crews has now held the RC title for 12 weeks, making him easily the longest reigning RC title. Let's let Lillian Garcia talk.
And it is for the prestigious SmackDown Wrestling Zone Championship.
This is Nightmare Freddy got the Bray Wyatt. Are all the spooky... When we get to the Battle Royal, is every spooky guy going to have the Bray Wyatt intro? Because that'll be hilarious if so. The game Marcos... I mean, that's probably who made it. So, by all means, advertise yourself. I did, download all of these. Apollo Crews, by far, the longest reigning RC champion. Not the longest reigning champion ever, of all titles... Because, Stone Cold had his title for 16 weeks. Apollo Crews sitting at 12. That being said, Apollo Crews is also sitting at a record of 4-4. So, technically, more wins than Nightmare Freddy. but definitely a way worse win-loss ratio. Why does Nightmare Freddy have a top hat? Definitely a way worse win-loss ratio than Nightmare Freddy. You know, having a loss at all makes you worse than Nightmare Freddy. The fact you only have one more win than him and 4 more losses, I mean, it's to be expected he'd have more matches as the RC champion, second most prestigious champion on our show, but that's a 50-50 win ratio. That's not good. Nightmare Freddy is undefeated, and he could be walking away the champion here. Now, this is an Iron Man match, so the way this is going to work is we're going to have a set time limit. I believe the time limit is set to 15 minutes. I could be wrong. I don't remember what I have it set to. We'll probably find out when it actually starts. But we have a set time limit. Whenever someone scores a pinfall or a submission, or someone else gets themselves disqualified, instead of the match ending, that person gets a point. Whoever has the most points at the end is your winner. For this, there's no draw. Or I should say, there's no overtime. If the time limit runs out and it's a tie, champion retains. If we ever do a, not a last man standing, if we ever do an Iron Man match on like one of the big 4 pay-per-views or something, or like a really big feel match, then I'll probably do overtime by just making it a normal match afterwards. But in this situation, it's just you win the title or you don't. Plain and simple. Young Dunk, ready to sleep through this entire match, looking quite adorbs. I scratch his chest, and he do kicky legs, and he say yes. Kicky legs so fine. Good snoot. Good snoot. Alright, and it's time for our matchup to begin here. Place your bets. I'm going to say this. I always give very little credit to Apollo Crews because he keeps being a joke of a champion until it comes time to defend, but my money's on Nightmare Freddy.
Introducing the challenger from the other side of darkness, weighing in at 316 pounds, Nightmare Eddie. Introducing the champion from Stone Mountain, Georgia, weighing in at 240 pounds, he is the prestigious SmackDown Wrestling Zone Champion, Apollo Crews.
So here we go. Title belt taken from the champion, shown off to the challenger. Different ref than usual because this is a WCW studio. Studio is not really the right word, but you get what I'm saying. Apollo Crews just can't lose. It's not what I'm saying. I think my money's on Nightmare Freddy, but it could go either way. I've put it against Apollo Crews in every one of his title matches so far. We actually don't know the time limit. So I'm going to assume we've got a 15-minute time limit. So when my clock currently reads 13:20, or it did when the match started. When it reads 28:20, we should be expecting the match to be over. Or it could go less. It could only be 10 minutes. Hell, it could go 30 minutes, and we'd never know. A clothesline from Nightmare Freddy. I really hope it doesn't go 30 minutes, though. I really should have checked that before this happened. Nonetheless, this is going to give both men plenty of time to fight out as we see a brogue kick from Apollo Crews. Impressive. Busting out an interesting offensive moveset here. And it's really important here that one of these men gets the early pinfall, the early point of any kind. And that can mean a lot to them because at that point they just play keep away. Honestly, Apollo Crews just has to play keep away. If Apollo Crews can just prevent Nightmare Freddy from getting a point, he retains the title. Now that being said, if either one gets a point, then they just play keep away for sure, which is exactly what Nightmare Freddy's going for, but Apollo Crews, of course, kicking out at 1. He is not he may be a stupid champion, he's not a pushover champion whatsoever. Good in the ring, not so great in the IQ department, at least here in Universe Mode. Obviously, the actual Apollo Crews seems like a very intelligent fellow. Shoulder tackle by Nightmare Freddy, and of course, the real Nightmare Freddy doesn't exist. So there you go. Oh, and immediately the Fredbear.
He sees it.
What the fuck? I don't know. That's called the Fredbear now. Pop-up powerbomb into the pin, stuffing him into that. I almost called it a fursuit. Oh, he kicked out at 2. What are they called? What are the suits called that they stuff them in? Are they just the animatronics, the exoskeletons, the stuffed inside an endoskeleton? Whatever. The Fredbear. My name's getting worse. Just wait till 2K18. There's gonna be like 300 people total in the game, and at least 100 of those aren't gonna have real like moves, and I'm gonna have to make up names for them. Like, I know that was just like a bear hug spine buster, and I get that he's a bear, and I should have a better name for it. Samoan drop by Apollo Crews. Is it a Samoan drop when Apollo Crews does it? The answer is yes, but the real question is why. Big clothesline. Apollo Crews looking for his comeback here. That splash looks terrible, but also impressive. As we see Apollo Crews taking him down with another sharp clothesline. Nightmare Freddy in trouble. What has just happened there? It doesn't matter as Nightmare Freddy punches his way out. My point is, get ready for terrible finisher names if I have to make them up on the spot, because I am not writing these down beforehand. I'm just coming up with names. Oh, big back suplex to Nightmare Freddy. Apollo Crews could be looking for that. What is his has an actual name, and I think it's a spin out powerbomb, I believe was the name. Going for the pin though. 1, 2. Oh, but Nightmare Freddy kicks out. I don't know why Apollo Crews is so surprised. He's faced, I don't know, has he faced tougher opponents than this? I think maybe Dragonite could have been considered tougher. I don't even know who Apollo Crews fought last time. I genuinely don't. Apollo Crews now, however, kicking Nightmare Freddy in the back of the knee. Oh, he fought the Joker, I believe. Nightmare Freddy up. Oh! Reverses Apollo Crews sit-out powerbomb. But Apollo Crews reversing him. Getting him up. Oh, no. Inverted DDT from Nightmare Freddy. We've yet to see a single point. I think we're slowly approaching the 5-minute mark, actually, of all things. There! Stuffing him in the fursuit. I'm calling it a fursuit. I know it's not, but it doesn't matter, because Nightmare Freddy's got a point, not even 5 minutes into the match. Like 4 minutes into the match, Nightmare Freddy's already up a point. And that's bad for Apollo Crews, because now he can't just play keep away. He has to get the point to catch up. And honestly, I think if Nightmare Freddy scores another point, it's already over. I mean, honestly, Apollo Crews should be happy this is an Iron Man match, or it would already be over. Nightmare Freddy going to the top rope! I don't know what he's planning there. It doesn't matter as Apollo Crews able to get up because he saw what was happening. Irish whipping Nightmare Freddy into the corner. I wanted to call him like Bionic for some reason. The Bionicle! Apollo Crews and Nightmare Freddy reversing each other back and forth. DDT! Just flipping him onto the ropes. I love that reversal because it always breaks whoever it hits. Speaking of breaking, Apollo Crews does not do a breaker, but instead an arm drag. Now goes for the pin. No standing moonsault out of nowhere. Now he's calling for that sit-out powerbomb again. Can he connect with it this time? Oh, and he hits the punch. And here we go. Spin-out powerbomb by Apollo Crews to Nightmare Freddy, looking to even the score. 1, 2. Oh, but Nightmare Freddy kicks out. And that's going to be real bad for Apollo Crews, who does not need to spend his time cranking that Superman. As we've now hit the 5-minute mark, a little bit past it, actually. Nightmare Freddy stomping down Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews has, at the very least amount of time, 5 minutes to get a pinfall here. Oh! Spinning heel kick busts open Nightmare Freddy. That's going to be a huge advantage to Apollo Crews, as we see him now trying to work over the arm of Fredbear. But Nightmare Freddy is not going to go down that easily, fighting back with an elbow. And stuffing him in the fursuit again. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, Nightmare Freddy has 2 points. He's the champion. Nightmare Freddy has just won the RC title. I don't believe, even if there's 10 minutes left, I don't think Apollo Crews is getting 2 points, especially when Nightmare Freddy is just reversing him into the corner, throwing him down, and then jumping off the second rope, splashing down on Apollo Crews. Now going for the top rope. We saw him try to do this before. I don't know what he's planning, though. Oh, my God. Twisted metal. 2, 3. 3 points for Nightmare Freddy. Apollo Crews has just ate it for most of this match. Clothesline. He's going to have to really fight if he wants to turn this around as we approach the 10-minute mark. He's going for a DDT, maybe? No! Nightmare Freddy. Look at some kind of suplex. Nightmare Freddy reversing out of it, though. Center of the ring. Back suplex to Apollo Crews. But look, it really hurt his shoulder blades there. Nightmare Freddy a bit out of breath, but, you know, he can afford to be out of breath. He's 3-0. Both in his win-loss record and in his points against Apollo Crews. Fred Bear into the pin. 1, 2, 3. This is just insult to injury now. 4 points against the champion. He has just ensured himself this championship, and he's playing a smart strategic game as we see Apollo Crews hit him with the snapmare. Apollo Crews needs to quit messing around and get some fast points. And I think the problem here... Oh my God, stuffed him in the fursuit again. That's going to be 5 points. 1, 2, 3. And I think the problem for Apollo Crews is that Nightmare Freddy, he just came in hitting like a truck, taking out Apollo Crews quickly. Apollo Crews trying to play the stamina game against Nightmare Freddy, but he just doesn't have the time. Oh, big, I don't even know what to call that move. Something like an avalanche. So we see the standing moonsault on to Nightmare Freddy, and he needs to get those points quick. 1, 2, and Nightmare Freddy still kicks out, still holding that 5-0 lead. And I don't even know if Nightmare Freddy can blow a 5-0 lead. Either way, Apollo Crews is going to try and make him. He's got him all the way up. But will he connect with that spin-out powerbomb? And he does. Into the pin. 1, 2, oh my God. Nightmare Freddy refuses to be pinned. He's not just going to be undefeated on his record. He's going to be undefeated on his record and, like, not even have taken a single pinfall. Oh my God. Apollo Crews took off a turnbuckle. Apollo Crews is trying to cheat to keep his championship. Overhead belly-to-belly suplex. Apollo Crews is doing anything he can to try and get these points. We are approaching the 10-minute mark here. And Apollo Crews is getting severely desperate, as he should. He is down by 5 points. Snapmare kick to the back of Nightmare Freddy. Center of the ring. Apollo Crews stomping on him now. Standing moonsault. Standing moonsault. Which is Apollo Crews going to go for the pin right away? No. He went for some kind of other move, and that's just bad as Nightmare Freddy knocks him out with his foot. But now Apollo Crews is fighting back. 15 seconds to the 10-minute mark. Oh my God! The strength of Nightmare Freddy just destroying Apollo Crews. This is just a massacre. Oh! Massive mechanical punch. Bloodying Apollo Crews. Don't turn around, Apollo Crews. Don't turn around. Stuffed in the fursuit for 6 points to 0. Unbelievable. Oh! Apollo Crews rolling through, though, trying to make up for lost time. Jawbreaker, though. We have hit the 10-minute mark, by the way, so I'm assuming it's a few minutes. Oh, bro kick again. And now Apollo Crews calling for his finisher. He busted Nightmare Freddy open a lot earlier in the match, but Nightmare Freddy isn't animatronic, so not all that matters. Oh! It's not the spin-out powerbomb. It's the Gorilla Press. Followed by the standing moonsault into the pin. 1, 2, 3. No, my God! Nightmare Freddy will not go down. He will not give Apollo Crews even 1 point. And you can see the distress on Apollo Crews' face as he tries to fight to just not look like an absolute victim in here, Fred Bear. Oh, no. And now he's going to the top rope for that twisted metal. And it connects. 7-0. 1, 2, 3. 7-0 for Nightmare Freddy. This is just disgusting to watch at this point. This is not how you want to open a pay-per-view. Elbow drop onto Apollo Crews. What's he gonna do here? What is Nightmare Freddy planning? I mean, if nothing else, Nightmare Freddy's gonna make a terrifying RC champion. Oh, and look at that reversal into a roll-up. 1, 2. Okay, it's not 8 points at least. Not really a roll-up, more like a schoolboy kind of thing. I don't really know if it's a schoolboy or a small package. Either way, Apollo Crews is not getting 7 points in about 3 minutes. That's more than 2 points a minute. It's just not happening. Standing moonsault, though. He's going to try and get at least 1 point as he wipes the blood out of his eyes. Now getting Nightmare Freddy up, who just throws him aside with the fireman carry. Now proceeds to get Apollo Crews. It's not fair. Fred Bear. Apollo Crews doesn't deserve this. Oh, but he's fighting back. Clothesline to Nightmare Freddy. Apollo Crews now stomping on Nightmare Freddy. Apollo Crews wanted so bad to go into Survivor Series as the champion, but it just doesn't look like that's happening. Unbelievable. I thought Cookie Monster as a champion was going to have the hardest time tonight, but clearly Apollo Crews has just been absolutely murdered here in our opening contest of Halloween Havoc. Oh, and stuffed him in the fursuit again for 8 points. Well, I mean, if nothing else, at least you can say Nightmare Freddy didn't get 10 points on him. Unless this match is going to 20 minutes, which for all of our sake, I hope it doesn't. I hope there's only about 2 minutes left in this match. Nightmare Freddy proceeds to get him up. Shoulder tackle by Apollo Crews, who's now looking for either the Gorilla Press or the sit-out powerbomb. I don't really know which one. He's going for the Gorilla Press. And he's going to connect this time. Will he at least get 1 point on Nightmare Freddy? Standing moonsault. 1, 2, 3. He's done it. Apollo Crews has scored a single point against Nightmare Freddy. Nightmare Freddy's pissed. Nightmare Freddy is absolutely angry. He's going to kill Apollo Crews for that. Oh, and Apollo Crews striking the pose. He knows he's lost the title. And, you know, even if Nightmare Freddy's undefeated, we can't say he's never been pinned. We'll just say he's never been beaten in singles competition. Either way, Apollo Crews is probably going to wish he'd never did that, as Nightmare Freddy's trying to rip his head off. I think we might only have like 30 seconds left in this match, if we're going to 15 minutes. Apollo Crews fighting back. He can't come back. At this point, he's just fighting to look like not a complete victim. But I think he's going to look like a complete victim, no matter what. Getting Nightmare Freddy up, and Nightmare Freddy throwing him aside once again. I think we've got 2 seconds to... Nope, that's it. That's it. I said 2 seconds, but it was a little less than 2 seconds. Nightmare Freddy demolished. Nightmare Freddy absolutely massacred Apollo Crews. It was horrible. So, I mean, congratulations to Nightmare Freddy. We're going to go over to his score. We're going to put him at a nice 4-0. A lot of our champions are undefeated. Which, honestly, like, between you and me, Apollo Crews had way too many losses. Pretty sure he only ever won when defending his title. And I think he won one other match other than that. But here you have it. Your brand new recognized character champion, Nightmare Freddy. Apollo Crews is dead. Rest in peace. Put this out.
We have a new champion. Unbelievable. But let's not forget, we have a new champion. Wow, now that match was a treat. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on this Halloween evening.
Well, I mean, we absolutely know who won that rivalry. Who is, like... Why is he, like, enemies with, like, all of the social outcasts and Sheamus? and allies with Big Show for some reason. I don't really know. Either way, we're going to move on to our next match here tonight. That was a hell of an opener right there. It is time now for our, it's not really a filler match. It's just like I had to have more matches. I guess it is filler, that doesn't mean it's bad. I guess I should say, because it is literally filler. I had to have matches to put in here to reach 7 since I'm doing the, the War Games in exhibition mode. Either way, we have Blastoise versus Keemstar. So let me see here. Let me tell you something, right? Blastoise has an incredible record. Blastoise is 6-1. Blastoise for a long time was tied with Cookie Monster for longest undefeated streak until Freddy Krueger beat it. That's who was tied with Freddy Krueger. He was tied with Cookie Monster. I probably did say Cookie Monster, nonetheless. Keemstar, on the other hand, is 3-1, which is not bad at all. And it's also worth noting that Keemstar was once RC champion. And he won his RC championship by beating Neville in, you guessed it, a last man standing match. So Blastoise has the experience and wins over Keemstar. Keemstar knows this match type. And, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Blastoise has been in one of these and I just don't remember it. But all we know for sure is that Keemstar has the experience, Maybe Blastoise did it on the indies or something. Whose entrance is this? Keemstar's entrance? Did he have the Adam Rose entrance? I think he did. Maybe Blastoise has the Adam Rose entrance. I can honestly see either one being true. It's Blastoise, which is completely fair. If you can hear a noise, my glasses had a smudge on them, and I had to clean them. Dunks, you were excited for this match. You are now asleep. I hope you rest well. Here's the bad thing about these glasses, right? If I smudge them, I have to clean them off with water, right? Hear me out. I have to clean them off with water, or the smudge just never goes away. And I don't really want to get up and get water, because I'm sitting here recording this. Now, that being said, I'll probably use my bottled water next to me to clean them off after this match, because I've just thought of that idea and it seems like a pretty solid one to me. Speaking of water, that is the type of Pokemon that Blastoise is. Here's your fun fact for the day. Blastoise is the water starter of Kanto. Keemstar, the host of Drama Alert. At Drama Alert. What is up, Drama Alert Nation? It's your boy Keemstar. Let's get right into the ass whooping. That's the opening, like the Billy the Fridge rap, right? I believe so. I say to myself as if I was the co-commentator. I was supposed to have a co-commentator tonight. That's why we're doing it at 9 p.m. Not just because it's spooky. That just happened to work out. What did not work out was the co-commentator. Hopefully I will have them for our next commentated event. So it'll actually not be Survivor Series. It will actually be one of the tournaments. I'm gonna say probably Best of the Super Old Farts. Either way, here we go. Immediately Keemstar running to the outside, going for a weapon, grabbing a chair. Blastoise grabbing a sledgehammer. And Blastoise grabbing the closest weapon, which I thought was going to give the advantage, but no, Keemstar smacking him in the face with a steel chair. Now, of course, this match is not won by pinfall or submission. There are no disqualifications. You win simply by keeping your opponent down long enough that they cannot meet the referee's 10-count clothesline by Blastoise. One of these men is going to have 2 losses on their record after that. Immediately, Keemstar picking him up. Incredible standing flapjack to Blastoise. That's some strength right there. Blastoise now arm drag to Keemstar, almost throwing him onto that chair. I mean, he is on the chair right now, but he almost landed on it. That could have been bad, but the suplex did not land on the chair. Either way, it was still a very big suplex. Keemstar, however, clotheslining Blastoise to the ground. Very back and forth right now. Keemstar trying to show this Pokemon who the master is. Will he succeed as he Irish whips Blastoise into the ropes? Grabbing him from behind, catching him off guard, spine buster to Blastoise. Blastoise has that shell that's going to give him extra defense and allows him to make recoveries like that. As now Blastoise goes after Keemstar, sitting on the ground, going for the head scissor. And as usual, Keemstar escapes the head scissors. Why'd they bother to give him a tail? I guess maybe that's just part of the outfit you can't remove. Either way, backbreaker to Blastoise. Looks like Keemstar's trying to crack that shell. A smart move on his behalf. Now I'm noticing Keemstar's not getting to his feet as quickly as you would expect, and I think he's starting to get worn down a bit. But then again, as you can see, Blastoise getting right back up to his feet. Oh, as he just gets clotheslined over the top rope. Keemstar now going to the outside, looking to do some serious damage out here on this padded concrete. Suplex the Blastoise, which, you know, you never hit padding on concrete, still hurts like a bitch. It just probably won't kill you. Elbow onto Blastoise's face. Back in the ring. This does not have to end in the ring, but it looks like Keemstar wants it to anyway. We still got the sledgehammer and the chair over there in the corner. Could be used by either man for any purpose imaginable. Already at a 5 count. Blastoise halfway to losing this match. Is this going to be it? Did Blastoise get knocked out or something? No. Blastoise getting up at 8 and Keemstar immediately trying to take him down with a neck breaker to the back of Blastoise's neck. Going for the head scissor of his own now. And Keemstar, of all people, connects the elbows with the head scissor. Very rare move to actually work there. Doesn't matter as Blastoise gets out a quick zigzag. And that's just like made Keemstar almost do a spinneroonie in pain. And Keemstar escaping the head scissors once again. Not the smartest move to go for there, Blastoise. Keemstar throwing him into the corner. Blastoise fighting with everything he's got. Backbreaker. That's going to do some serious damage to the lumbar region of Keemstar. As now Keemstar thrown into the corner again, able to fight back with an elbow. Big right hook. Oh, and another right hook. And a third right hook. Neck breaker. Taking Blastoise down to the ground. Keemstar could have it here. Oh, headbutt from Blastoise. That skull smash does some serious damage, but as you can see, it leaves Blastoise vulnerable for a bit of time. Keemstar just beating away at him. What is he planning here? Oh no! DDT from Keemstar. That very well could have knocked Blastoise, if not unconscious, at least knocked him loose enough for the ref to hit a 10 count, as he has already reached 5. Things are looking not good for our brave Pokemon here. Keemstar could very well be the master of the last man standing match. Blastoise back up at 8 though. Rolling through to get back to his feet. Oh, and he gets Keemstar up. Oh, and Keemstar reverses into a DDT. What an incredible maneuver. The second DDT could be what it takes to put Blastoise away. Was someone chewing on my mic? Why is there like a little bit of it missing? Or did I drop it at some point? That's weird. Blastoise, I believe, once again got up at 8. Or at least tried to before Keemstar put him down. Keemstar now sending him into the corner. I don't know what he's planning here, but he's spinning him around. Either way. Oh no. He's going for the drama alert! And that could very well be the end of Blastoise. The entirety of the Drama Alert Nation has just come crashing down on Blastoise. That's about 1.5 million strong. And I think that's going to be enough to force Blastoise down under all that pressure. 8. This is going to be the end. 9. Oh my god. 10. Keemstar has just defeated Blastoise in a last man standing match. Incredible showing from both men, but it really looks like Keemstar could be the master of a last man standing. What a showing, though. What a showing. Keemstar looking incredibly strong by beating former Super Sweet Champion Blastoise. I mean, yeah, he was an RC champion in the past himself, and that's, you know, the more prestigious title just based on their creation, but, like, maybe you think Thoren's Super Sweet title is more prestigious because of who's holding it. I don't know. Nightmare Freddy's a good champion, but Nightmare Freddy wasn't holding it till right now. Keemstar now 4-1, Blastoise now 6-2. Hard times for the Blastmeister. As we get ready to move on to our third match, I believe it is another title match. I could be wrong. Might be the Monster Mash? No, it's Black Ranger versus Pepsi Man. Of course. How could I forget the lifelong feud of Black Ranger and Pepsi Man? Dunks does not care, and I don't blame him. It's 9:30 at night. Normally, I don't care.
I can't wait to see these two go at it.
I'm gonna be straight with you. I'm gonna be real even Steven. I cannot wait until 2K18 comes out so I can stream way less 2K. Because I want to finish 2K17 Universe Mode before 2K18 comes out, right? And in order to do that, I literally have to stream. Ah, God. I have to alternate streaming a month in-game of 2K17. And then the next day do a pay-per-view of 2K17 with commentary every single day in order to just barely make it by the early release of 2K18. And then about a month, and then I'm going to play like career mode on 2K18, but I'll be much more relaxed playing that. And then about a month after that, I will start a weekly 2K18 Universe series, which will hopefully go significantly better. Which I'm sure it will, since it'll be weekly, unlike this one where we waited till, like, the game had been out for 6 months and then tried to do it with absolutely no schedule. Kerplank. Especially because our original universe failed. And then we did this one. So I'll be happy when 2K18 comes out, because then I'll be able to just stream a lot more games that I will be more interested in. 2K18 comes out, for sure I'm streaming 2K18 Career and Mario Rabbids. I'm going to continue that game because we streamed that for like 2 or 3 episodes, essentially. I think we did like 2 streams of it. And then Jacob didn't want to do it anymore, so we dropped out. Is Noah Lawler the name of the guy that's the Black Ranger, or is the name of the guy named it? I'm going to assume it's the name of the Black Ranger, but I could be wrong. But yeah, I'm going to do Mario Rabbids, my career. Maybe I'll stream Cuphead, because that came out today and it looks pretty good. And, I guess I should leave a slot open for Super Mario Odyssey, because I'm definitely streaming that, but it doesn't come out till later this month. Not really know what else. I got a list of things. I'm thinking about streaming Persona 5 at some point, since apparently that whole Atlas will ban everyone that plays Persona 5 thing never happened, because, you know, the videos are fucking everywhere. Black Ranger now waiting for his opponent, Pepsi Man. I don't really know much about this feud, I'll be straight with you. I like this Pepsi Man entrance, though. This is a really good Pepsi Man entrance. If I had to pick someone to win this, I gotta go Pepsi Man. Pepsi Man has impressed me. Let me look at their stats, right? Black Ranger is sitting at a 1-2 win-loss record. That's just terrible. That's like no experience and also you're bad. Pepsi Man is 0-2. That's actually worse. I take, you know, I mean, Black Ranger's is still bad. He's better than Pepsi Man. Straight up. It's disappointing that Pepsi Man has never won a match. Black Ranger's like right by him. Pepsi Man better look out. This is just a normal match to end their rivalry. A rivalry the game just decided to create, so, you know. I'm not super invested here, but hey, I think this could be a good match. Or it could be trash, because they're both apparently trash and lose to everyone. Black Ranger just slamming his arm on the ground. And then a sit-out blockbuster to Pepsi Man. Now Black Ranger King Lee Dunks, did you have something to say? No, he was just snooting in his sleep. Pepsi Man at some point reversed while I was looking at Dunks. Now grabbing Black Ranger, some weird like frame rate there for a second. Like he was going for a T-bone suplex, and Black Ranger hits a clothesline onto Pepsi Man. Black Ranger just elbowing him repeatedly in the head.
Looks like he's starting to sweat now.
Black Ranger kicking him, going up to the top rope now. Oh! For a rolling senton, but like nothing happened. Oh! Spinning heel kick. Black Ranger could be looking to end this match instantly, actually. He's looking to just put Pepsi Man away. Go, go, Mighty Morphin power kick to the back of Pepsi Man's head. Did Black Ranger just murder Pepsi Man? Is this the second murder we've seen tonight? 1, 2, oh, and Pepsi Man kicks out. Black Ranger, not perturbed, going right back at it. I thought Black Ranger was going to kill Pepsi Man in like less than 3 minutes. Pepsi Man able to fight out of it though. Now grabbing Black Ranger, center of the ring. Oh! Frankensteiner to Black Ranger. Pepsi Man! And in a quick lights out DDT. Getting Black Ranger up. Oh! Massive clothesline. Followed by a second clothesline. Ducking under him. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker to the Black Ranger. The tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. The Pepsi roll. Now just stomping on Black Ranger, trying to break his arm. I would assume he would have followed up on the Pepsi roll, but apparently not. Black Ranger's going for the quick pin, trying to put him away instantly. Oh, and Pepsi Man kicking out at 1. Black Ranger's going to have to do more work to him again. Caught him off guard at the beginning, but that just wasn't good enough. Pepsi Man's mask is about to pop off. Pepsi Man! Black Ranger now. Getting him up again. No! Double leg takedown by Pepsi Man. This is going to give him an opportunity to get some offense in on the Black Ranger, unless the Black Ranger just shoulder tackles him to the ground.
Really pushing his opponent to the limit here.
Just reversal after reversal. Another shoulder tackle from Pepsi Man here.
We know what's coming here.
Because now he has him. Oh no. Not the Pepsi swing. Black Ranger. Good thing he has that helmet on, because he's going to want to protect his skull after that one. Oh, that seems to have taken everything out of Pepsi Man, but that's what happens when you drink a ton of Pepsi. When your body is literally made of Pepsi, you're probably not going to be the healthiest person. 1. Oh my god, Black Ranger kicked out at 1. That's just incredible. I'm about as shocked as Pepsi Man is. Pepsi Man now. Could be looking for something big here, putting Black Ranger in the corner. Don't really know what he's planning. Turning him around, though. Is he hanging him up in the tree of woe? No, he's setting him up for the Beppis. And he connects. And now, Pepsi plunge into the pin. 1, 2, 3. The combo known as the Beppis Plunge has put away Black Ranger. Pepsi Man celebrating his win. Black Ranger, of course, disappointed by this loss. The honorable Pepsi Man extending a hand in camaraderie to Black Ranger, who does not accept. Unbelievable. Pepsi Man is in shock. That Black Ranger would be such a massive dick. Well, there you have it. Pepsi Man has won this feud. Because, you know, we don't let the feuds go for more than a month unless they're really good. And let's be super honest, Black Ranger versus Pepsi Man, not super good. Decent finishing match, not painfully long. Where is Pepsi Man? There is Pepsi Man, ending his 2-loss losing streak. It sounded weird for a second. I'm sorry, I had to adjust. Oh, it is time for our Monster Mash Battle Royal. We're actually blowing through matches now after that Iron Man match. Which, you know, I'm honestly okay with because it makes the longer matches feel more special, honestly. Isn't that right, young dunk? I'm also super okay with it because we have 4 Armageddon Hell in a Cells at the end. Oh, chunky boy. He liked those scratches. So all 6 of these men, of course, just some of the spookiest symbols of Halloween we have here. Don't question any of that. It's all just correct. I got this big ass fucking blister on the bottom of my foot, right? Like, let me tell you about this. I'm not gonna go into detail. This is gross. It's just a big ass fucking blister and it sucks ass. That's my story. It makes walking a bitch. Because I'm playing Pokemon Go. I'm still trying to get Raikou. And Raikou leaves after tomorrow. And I'm fucking pissed, right? Because no one ever shows up to the raid. I have not gotten to do a single Raikou raid because not enough people show up. And I finally got enough people today. We could have done it. However, let me tell you, I got that bug that errors you out of raids. So I couldn't even do the one there. So I'm just like, I'm pissed. I've got 1 day to do Raikou raids. And I only get like 2 hours a day to do them. Because I have to drive half an hour to go to a town where they have Raikou raids. There's none fucking here whatsoever. That's my rant about Pokemon Go while we sit through the excruciatingly long loading screen for this Monster Mash. What song is playing? Some generic ass rock song. I didn't realize Halloween Havoc had music. I swore it didn't earlier. Maybe it just didn't work for the first match for some reason. Either way, this is a hell of a loading screen because there's 6 calls in it, of course. I don't know who's going to win this. Jeepers Creepers, of course, had Match of the Year against Wade Barrett. Sans is an unstoppable killing machine. Beelzebut is Beelzebut. He's like the cousin of the Prince of Hell, so he's pretty tough. Slenderman, one member of the Orphan Cripplers, one of the 3 main members. Krampus, former Fight Master champion, really tough dude. And Barney is just a fucking monster. So, I mean, I guess I'll tweet out that the Monster Mash Battle Royal is happening next. Boop. I don't like going that long without saying anything, though, because the music. I don't want the music to end up like, oh, you've received a copyright strike by CFO $, for generic guitar riff number 27. It played at this 3-second interval where you weren't talking. And that's just gonna be an absolute nightmare if that happens, let me tell you. What? Help, we are dying. Well, thanks for the message. Thanks. Can we, actually move on from this loading screen now? Let's play a game. The game is called Which Will Happen First? And your options are this loading screen will end, or I will die of old age. Place your bets now. 50-1 odds in favor of me dying of old age. Bip bop ba doop bop ba doo. Bonus points if I die before they stop making new episodes of Teletubbies. So let's put in. Oh shit! It's fucking ready. Thank God. Let me tweet out the Monster Mash now. By the way, like I was saying, sorry, one second. The reason I stop talking when I tweet out is because the way I have all this set up, I have to like lean over right next to the mic to tweet. So when I'm typing, I'm about this far away from the mic. So I don't want to just talk at my normal volume right next to it, and I don't want to also ASMR whisper into it, because I am not good at that.
This guy will settle for nothing short of a victory here tonight.
I expect all of these people to have either like this kind of entrance, Undertaker's entrance, or Bray Wyatt's entrance. So get ready for these entrances to take about as like long as the loading screen, if we're being honest. Dunks, of course, still passed out. You know, just our regular dunk check during the matches. I thought that was the Hell in a Cell dangling above him there, those light fixtures, and I was like, how do they know I'm having a War Games match? That's not in Universe Mode. I have a tickle on my nose and I want to sneeze, but it is not happening yet. Everything's been an alright pay-per-view so far. We've already had a title change hands. And we're going to have all the other title matches here at the end. This show could very well be the opposite of Hell in a Cell, in which every title was retained. Cool. Because everyone's facing, like... I guess Freddy Krueger's not really at a disadvantage, right? Because Apollo Crews against Nightmare Freddy, let's be honest, disadvantage. It's fucking Nightmare Freddy. He's a monster, literally. Wade Barrett, and I'll get into this more when we get to his match, Wade Barrett's injured right now. He was, like, seriously injured while fighting Jeepers Creepers, but demanded to continue fighting and defending his belt because he's a fucking champion. So he's at a disadvantage. Freddy Krueger's not really at a disadvantage. Cookie Monster's in the War Games match, so that's a huge disadvantage. Slender City. Slender City. Who's the other champ? The tag champs. The tag champs aren't really at a disadvantage. Other than the fact that they just like had their asses kicked every fucking week by True Despair. Because True Despair is a god tier tag team. Slenderman, why did the lights randomly just go out there? You just trying to be all spooky? We can still see you. You got why you do this? How are you all doing on this spooky evening? What are your Halloween plans? Tell me. Inform me of your Halloween plans. I demand to know. It's actually a requirement now. And if you don't tell me, you will go to liar prison, and that is where bad things happen to liars.
And from out of
Who
this
it?
world,
Oh, Sans the Skeleton? I think he's good. I think my money is on the three people, right? I think Jeepers Creepers, Sans, Barney's got it. I think one of those three has it. You know, Slenderman, he's easily the weakest member of the main three of the Orphan Cripplers. I mean, is Joker even really an official member since that happened in, like, the unofficial Orphan Cripplers thing? Or the unofficial universe mode? I'll consider him a member for now, but for 2K18, unless I have to fill the slot, I'll probably break him up. Because he's not really a good fourth member. Either way, Slenderman's, like, the weakest member. He's, like, he's like the lesser brains of the group. Who else is in this? Not Krampus. I mean, yeah, Krampus is in this. Krampus is pretty good. Beelzebub, also solid. Here he comes. Oh my god. He's got his dark magic crystal. He's going to imbue himself with dark magic. He's actually just activated his pyro. It's very nice pyro. I thought that was going to be an explosion of green smoke.
Six of WWE's greatest talents will leave it all in the ring tonight. I don't think there's 6 competitors I'd rather see in one match than
Krampus. He's a lot. What are all these people's win records, right? Because this win counts for whoever wins it. There's no losses being handed out here. So we got Slenderman, Sans, Krampus. Barney. Has Barney had a match? Barney has not had a match. This is Barney's debut, or he just never lost or won whatever match he was in. Probably his debut. Slenderman, Krampus, Sans, Jeepers Creepers. Sans, Jeepers Creepers. Who's the other one? Who else is in this? I'm missing someone. Is it this person? Are you who I'm missing? Or no, this is Jeepers Creepers. I'm actually at a loss. I can't think of who is in this match. I mean, I guess I'll work my way down the list. Jeepers Creepers is at... Oh, is it Venom? No, Venom's not in this match. Jeepers Creepers 3 and 4, which isn't great, but not horrible. But all of his matches he's been in have been fantastic matches. Sans. This is his debut, canonically in Universe Mode. Slenderman. This is actually his debut canonically in Universe Mode, so that's fucking wild. Who's the other one? There's Barney, Slenderman, Sans, Krampus. Krampus, no, has a record here somewhere. 2-1. He hasn't really done much after losing the Fight Master title, and I actually can't remember who else was in this match. So I was like, my picks to win it are Jeepers Creepers, Sans, or Barney. It's Beelzebub. I always fucking forget Beelzebub because he's a shit character. This is Beelzebub's debut. Beelzebub played a big part in our uncanon universe mode. So we finally have all 6 people out to the ring. It really did take forever. I had to find a way to kill time. But that's all good and dandy now, as we get ready to start this Monster Mash Battle Royal, where the winner... No, I forgot about Barney. I didn't realize Barney was.
From the United States of America.
Who is the winner of this?
Weighing in at 640 pounds.
Because we're doing Best of the Super Old Farts before Survivor Series. So you know what? No. We're doing 2 tournaments before Survivor Series. Because we'll have to do one before Rumble, and then they all converge at Mania. So we're going to do Best of the Super Old Farts, and probably Best of the Super Best Friends for Life. Probably going to do the Tag Team Tournament and the Oldies Tournament before Survivor Series. For sure we'll do Best of the Super Old Farts, and that'll make that person fight whoever Thoren's Super Sweet Champion is. Which would mean that the winner of this match gets a shot at the RC title against Nightmare Freddy at Survivor Series. Because Curtis Axel, of course, gets his title rematch against whoever makes it a War Games Alive. And here we go. Monster Mash Battle Royal. Winner gets to fight for the RC title at Survivor Series. There's a lot on the line now out of nowhere. Bald is beautiful. And there's not even a way for me to call this. There's just absolute mayhem in the ring from the very start, and like 3 guys cover up almost the entirety of the screen. So just get ready for an absolute butt-fucking of a match. And expect the same once we get to War Games, where there's always 6 people in the ring at the same time until the final cell. Jeepers Creepers in trouble, though. Krampus trying to eliminate him right out of the gate. Now everyone at a risk of being eliminated here. As we see Barney trying to get rid of Beelzebub, and Sans trying to get rid of Slenderman. Slenderman able to fight his way back in. Will Barney get rid of Beelzebub? He did! Barney has already eliminated Beelzebub. Well, I told you he was a trash character, so. Barney, I told you, Barney could go all the way. Barney has already scored the first elimination in this Monster Mash Battle Royal. Slenderman looking for the second, going after Sans. Krampus now, however, grabbing Jeepers Creepers, fighting him off. They really need to team up on Barney. Just look how big Barney is. Look at that big boy. He is going to rip every one of them to shreds. We see a pump-handle gut-buster by Slenderman. Some wild offense. Slenderman and Sans going right after each other, and I'm not really sure why. As we see Krampus and Barney teaming up against Jeepers Creepers. I would expect them to team up against Barney, but I guess they saw what Jeepers Creepers did in both was it Best of the Super Small Dudes? Or no, it was King of the Ring he was in. King of the Ring and in his match against Wade Barrett. He was very strong, incredible showing on both ends. You see a back suplex to Sans from Slenderman. And Barney now, second elimination from Barney. Barney eliminates Jeepers Creepers already. Barney could eliminate every person in this match as we see a big DDT to Krampus. Slenderman now looking to take out Sans. They're fighting back and forth. Could this be it? Could we be down to half our competitors already? Big knee to Krampus. No, Sans getting right back in it. Krampus fighting back against Barney. Oh, big slam from Sans, and that could be used to get rid of Slenderman for good. We're seeing him thrown over the top rope. Krampus getting reversed by Barney. Sans now looking to take out big Michinoku driver from Barney. Just killing everyone here. Tornado DDT to Slenderman from Sans. It's a little bit easier to call. Still a lot going on. Can Krampus take out the monster that is Barney? And will Slenderman and Sans rivalry end with one of them getting eliminated? It's made-up rivalry. They're both debuting. Even though I've had these teams forever. And they're two of my favorite teams. Slenderman slamming Sans down. Barney fighting back against Krampus. Oh, and Krampus able to stay out of it. Slenderman tossing Sans down. Northern Lights suplex to Krampus. A pump handle overhead suplex by Slenderman. That's incredible. Slenderman honestly really impressing me here. However, Sans reversing with the divorce court. Krampus looking to eliminate Barney now, as Sans just beats Slenderman's face into the mat. Barney able to stay in this Monster Mash Battle Royal. Will Slenderman be able to stay in, however, as Sans looks to take him out. Krampus still able to get the kicks in on Barney. What is Krampus planning here? And he's throwing him into the corner. Slenderman able to stay in the match once again. Krampus now fighting Barney at the top rope. Sans getting thrown. Look, he got thrown through the middle rope, but it could be wrong here. Krampus and Sans both in trouble. I think Sans is going to be able to get back in, but I'm not so sure about Krampus. Oh, Sans could be in actual trouble. Sans has been eliminated by Slenderman. Oh, Slenderman going to save Krampus, and he fails. Slenderman did not want to be left alone with Barney. And now it's down to Barney and Slenderman. Slenderman choking out the big purple dinosaur. He's looking for that slender spear. And from close range, it connects. Could Slenderman do this? Barney's eliminated everyone but Sans in this tournament. Can Slenderman take him out and go after that RC title that Nightmare Freddy is holding? Dunks has awoken for this match to see who the winner could be. He's going back to sleep, though. He does not want to get spooked so solid. Barney now, arm breaker to Slenderman. Goes for the kick, but Slenderman reverses. Oh, and he's just choking Barney once again. Incredible. Dunks is mesmerized as he is lulled back to sleep. Barney brought back to his feet. Slenderman throwing him over. This could be Slenderman's time to shine. I called him the worst member of the Orphan Cripplers, and it looks like I may have been dead wrong. And even if I'm right, that says a lot about the Orphan Cripplers. That's a horrible sentence to say. Barney stays in it. Barney able to stay in it. Slenderman could not take him out. As we see Barney now hip toss to Slenderman. This could be real bad for him. We thought he had slayed the big purple beast dunks. We thought he had slayed the big purple beast. Barney dropping his knee back into Slenderman. And a DDT to Slenderman. I actually thought that was going to bust him open, but it did not. Crowd getting excited for this. Every time he hits Slenderman in the head, I think it's going to bust him open. Barney foolishly going for the head scissor elbows as Slenderman slips through, as so many people have in the past. Oh, but Barney reversing with the headbutt, and that busts Slenderman open. I have to assume it could have busted Barney open, and we'll never be able to tell. Slenderman fighting back. Big punch, and he's choking Barney again. This could be Slenderman's opportunity to show what he is worth. Slenderman now throwing Barney over the top rope. Could this... No, Barney able to fight back right away, and Slenderman having none of it. Trying to push Barney over that top rope. Using all of his slender strength. Trying to take that big boy down. He's done it! Slenderman has won the Monster Mash Battle Royal. Incredible. I didn't expect it. But honestly, I have to give him massive props. Barney absolutely conquered in that Battle Royal, but Slenderman was able to take it to him at the very end one-on-one and stayed in it. Putting Slenderman at 1-0 for a win-loss record, since that does count as a win for him, and giving him an RC title match against Nightmare Freddy at Survivor Series. We have 3 title matches left, right? Because we have the tag match, Fight Master. We have all the title matches left, actually. Because I completely forgot that.
1 with 1 and on to another great matchup. Tag team matchup on the way. We have a team led by...
Forgot that. That wasn't for a title. For a title opportunity. So here we go. True Despair versus Lesnar and Machoke. And we will tweet this one out as well.
For grabs right here. Next, we have a team led by one of our breakout talents taking on an...
I guess I should actually talk over this because this is likely to have music going. And I will do the tweet during the entrances. Isn't that right, young Donkey Chunk? He has looked away from the screen. He is perturbed by the Slender Man's. Hello, Dunks. Dunks, would you like to say hello to the people? Dunks says no. He says, tell the people I am going good nights, and I will see them in the morning. He will not see you in the morning, but he say, good nights. He's looking at me like, that's not what I told you to say. You better say it right, or Dunks, he gonna stab you in your sleep while talking in the third person, and he'll do it too. Dunks will kill me. I love you. He's saying, no. Don't use these words to try to get me to not kill you. They will not work. Tag team Smackaroon. Why is Smackaroon capitalized correctly here, but was an absolute fucking mess at Hell in a Cell? This perturbs me on several levels. Several Neville levels. As we are waiting. But like, what do they cost in the store? Sorry, I'm looking at something else for a project I will be doing in the near future. This is another match that takes a while to load because it's 4 calls. It's 3 calls in Lesnar. Expect the Hell in a Cell matches to take a while to load because they are not mostly calls, but quite a few calls. Are we okay there, screen? Will and Garcia going to talk, or are we just going straight to the entrances? We're going straight to the entrances. It's the generic technique. I didn't have time to do entrances this time, so I'm going to let these entrances happen while I tweet this out.
The WWE Universe is on their feet in anticipation for this tag match. And you can bet the Universe will show their appreciation if this is a good one.
This duo has all the makings of being one of the most elite teams to ever grace a WWE ring.
Alrighty. What are the win-loss records here? This is actually also important because this does matter. This is a match that is ended in pinfall or submission.
And I don't think
so win-loss records matter here. We know. We're just going off tag teams. We're not going off singles competition because this is a tag team match. True Despair, 3-0, undefeated. Whereas Machoke and Lesnar are 3-3. So Machoke and Lesnar have much more experience, but True Despair obviously has the better win ratio. I like the Skeletor just dragging Monokuma away. Glad the entrances were so quick, though. We're going to let Lillian bop it. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Pound it, dunk it, bop it. We're going to let Lillian Garcia announce these competitors.
Introducing the challengers. At a combined weight of 453 pounds, the Bear and the Witch Doctor. And introducing the champions, at a combined weight of 926 pounds, they are the Bull Gate, the Strongman, and Brock Lesnar.
Why is the P off center on Machoke? I feel like I've said this before, but still.
So much anticipation.
Either way, it is time now.
Comes down to this.
Of course, the belts taken from the champions, shown to the challengers, and then just like thrown into the audience by the ref. He's not even going to show to the challengers? Alright, well, they can just go fuck themselves then. They are evil. They would probably try and steal the belts. Why does Lesnar look tired? Either way, we're jumping into this. Will we have two titles change hands here tonight? Or will Machoke and Lesnar be able to end the 3-0 undefeated streak of True Despair? It's worth noting also, they did fight each other in singles competition, building up to this pay-per-view in case you didn't see that. Monokuma and Skeletor won both matches. Both encounters in singles competition they also won. So things are not looking good for Machoke Lesnar, but maybe their teamwork is just strong enough for them to make it through. Monokuma throwing Machoke down to the ground. Kicking him hard. Kicking him harder once again. Machoke now fighting back. Elbow to Monokuma's face. Big punch to the gut. Picking Monokuma up and slamming him down. Machoke now tagging in Lesnar. Machoke said from the very beginning, what is he trying to do? Machoke was like freaking the fuck out there. Like suplexing someone that wasn't there, punching Monokuma in the face. Machoke said he was going to have his moment at WrestleMania and leave his mark there. And the tag titles are one way to get to WrestleMania, but they won them at SummerSlam. That means they have to hold those titles for half a year for that to be the way they get into WrestleMania. Monokuma has Lesnar up, but Lesnar fighting out with the stiff elbows to the head. Lesnar now punching him in the head. This could be bad. Back suplex slam by Lesnar, who's getting pumped up. He's ready to take out Monokuma real quick. Danganronpa V3 just came out. That's going to be a surge of power to Monokuma. Tiger suplex. Lesnar knows that, and he knows he's got to take Monokuma out quick. Smart by Lesnar to keep Monokuma in their side of the ring so that he can't make the tag to Skeletor. If they can just wear one man down, they have a much better chance. That being said, Monokuma hits the Northern Light suplex and the leg drop on Lesnar. which you would think would give him a chance to tag, but instead, Monokuma is going to continue the fight here with a neck breaker to Lesnar. Skeletor's plenty happy to let him do it, goes for the punch, but Lesnar reverses with a right hook of his own. And now Lesnar taking Monokuma to Suplex City. Now is definitely when Monokuma is going to want to make that tag the Skeletor. Honestly, he'd probably want to make it earlier, as Machoke repeatedly punches Monokuma in the face. Lesnar now calling for the F5, and Skeletor better get ready to break up that pin, as Lesnar gets him up, and he's going to connect with the F5 to Monokuma, directly into the pin. 1, 2, Monokuma! Oh, just barely saved by Skeletor. And that's going to give Monokuma just the right moment to clothesline Lesnar. Monokuma's got to make the tag now. No, he's going to taunt. The cockiness of Monokuma, that affluenza that he has, might end up costing them their shot at the tag titles. Yeah, I guess that's one way to say it. The ref kind of bumped into it a bit, but was able to catch himself on the ropes. Oh my god! It's Monokuma's wild ride. Out of nowhere. As Lesnar reverses whatever Monokuma was going for there. Center of the ring. Lesnar picking him up. Oh, and Monokuma reverses with a DDT. Monokuma getting Lesnar up. Hasn't tagged out at all. Could we be looking for a tag team finisher here? No. What is Monokuma planning? Setting Lesnar up top. Oh my god. What is Monokuma planning? Superplex to Brock Lesnar. And he's still not done. He's getting him right back up. Big punch. Oh, back suplex. Really hurting the neck of Lesnar, but also taking Monokuma down at the same time as Monokuma looks like he's crawling for the pin. 1, 2, and Machoke able to break it up. I actually think Lesnar might have kicked out, but it's hard for me to tell. Monokuma has yet to tag in Skeletor, and he's doing this much damage to Lesnar, who hasn't even been in the whole time. Shoulder tackle to Monokuma. Lesnar smartly making the tag to Machoke. Both men staying in to do some serious damage. Rolling Monokuma over, going for the pin. 1, 2. Oh, and Monokuma kicks out. The crowd going absolutely wild. All of them in the audience impressed by Monokuma's pure wrestling abilities here. And his desire to go 1-on-2 against the tag team champions. Whether that's smart or not, we'll find out as he gets Machoke up for the big power bomb. 1, 2. Oh, and Machoke kicks out right into the Boston Crab, though. Lesnar just casually walks over. He can't break it. He can't break it. Is Machoke gonna tap? No, Machoke able to fight out as Lesnar accidentally punches his tag team partner. Fight Club falling apart a bit here. Monokuma taking a moment to rest, but not tag into his partner. Going for the pin now on Machoke. Oh, but Machoke kicking out at 1. Goes for the big kick. Machoke rolls out of the way. Big punch to the gut. Followed. What did I call this one? Because Seismic Toss is what I call his finisher, even though it's his name. Lesnar looks absolutely exhausted. I think I call them the vital throws because it hits multiple. No, arm thrust is the one that hits multiple times. Yeah, I'm going to call it vital throw anyway. You can't stop me. Machoke now throwing Monokuma into the corner. Oh my god. They've got him. What was it? Something pummel. The Z move for fighting types. Pulverized. No, that's pulverizing pancake. They're kicking the shit out of Monokuma. Some serious damage done here. He's definitely going to need to make that tag the Skeletor. But the fact that Monokuma has done as much damage as he's had... No! Oh my god, Monokuma kicked out. I thought Machoke successfully diverted Skeletor, which he did, but Monokuma was still able to kick out. Monokuma now clotheslining Lesnar. Monokuma needs to make the tag. He's still staying in the fight. Monokuma has not tagged in his partner yet. But it looks like this could be it. And that's it. They're going to give him a taste of their own medicine. The first time he finally tags in Skeletor. And they're going to catch Lesnar in that fuck corridor. Showing him what true despair is really like. Just stomping away repeatedly. Will he be able to kick out of it like Monokuma did? There's only one way to find out. Here goes Skeletor for the pin. 1, 2. Oh, and he does. Actually kicking out of it a bit easier than Skeletor did, which is fair. Skeletor, not Skeletor, kicking out of it a little easier than Monokuma did. Oh, and Machoke just playing possum, kneeing Skeletor in the face. They have to be careful, though. Both of them have been in the match a ton. Skeletor just entered the match. And if he's as strong as Monokuma is, well, that's going to be real bad news for Machoke and Lesnar, our tag team champions. Great power slam there. As we see Machoke just kicking Skeletor repeatedly in the head. Getting him up. Big double handle. Double axe handle, I should say. Is that an axe handle, or is it just when they jump off the top rope? I could see either one being correct. Jawbreaker from Skeletor. Oh my god, running DDT to Machoke. Oh no. I thought Skeletor was going to use some of his black magic there. Maybe he should have, as Machoke hits him with an uppercut and a kick and just punches him hard onto the ground. Into the pin. 1, 2. Skeletor kicking out. Machoke now fighting Skeletor's arm. Big punch from Skeletor to Machoke. Oh, went for a spinning backhand, which he just missed. Got a bit too fancy side suplex from Machoke. Oh, and now Machoke using that bulk up to get even stronger. Oh, but maybe he took a bit too long to do it. As Skeletor hits him in the gut, spinning backhand to the chest of Machoke, taking him to the ground. Skeletor now going for the pin. 1, 2. Oh, Machoke just barely kicking out of it. Monokuma and Lesnar, you can tell, are both just incredibly exhausted on the outside as Monokuma and Skeletor dance around each other. Oh my god! The black skeleton magic from Skeletor. Trying to make Machoke pass out. Will he succeed? Oh, Machoke barely breaking free of the black magic. Skeletor taking a moment to cockily rest in the corner. What is Lesnar doing? Can't even see him where he is. He's just tired. Not much you can do as we see Machoke get his face rubbed into the mat. Trying to burn Machoke's face. Cover him in scrapes. Oh, jawbreaker from Machoke. That might be able to turn things around for him. No. Irish whipped over the top rope. Will Skeletor take advantage? No, he's going to take this moment to rest, which may not be the best move, as it's also going to give his opponent a moment to rest.
We're so excited you chose to spend your
Sunday with us. As we sit and wait for the next thing to happen.
He doesn't want to do this outside the ring.
Machoke now catching Skeletor off guard. Skeletor was taking a bit too long of a rest. Goes for a big knee in the corner. Skeletor fighting out of it, though. Oh my god. The Skeleton Harvester. Oh. I don't know what happened there. It was a lot of stuff happening at once. Brock Lesnar slamming Skeletor down, however. That's for sure. It's one thing that's been made clear. Machoke circling his prey. Unsure of what to do next. Slamming Skeletor's arm into the ground. Machoke getting him up. Will they end the undefeated streak of true despair? They're going to go for their tag team move here. No, Skeletor fighting out of it. He doesn't want that to happen to him. He saw what happened when it was done to Monokuma. What is Skeletor doing? He's got the black magic. He's getting black magic ready for this maneuver. Oh, and he took too long as Machoke was able to reverse. But Skeletor has that black magic saved up. Will it protect him from whatever Machoke is planning? Oh, maybe. Oh, and the black magic did protect him. Or maybe it was just Machoke stalling, who knows. As we see Skeletor getting picked up now for those huge power bombs. Doing some serious damage to Monokuma. Oh my god. He's got Skeletor in the rapid spin. This is going to be some serious trouble for our Lord of Darkness friend right here, the Tyrant of... I almost said the Tyrant of Hyrule. Of Grayskull? Is that where He-Man takes place? Because he screams about the power of Grayskull? Is that his sword? I don't know. I don't know where He-Man takes place. Into the pin. 1, 2. Oh, and Skeletor kicking out. Lesnar did go to stop Monokuma, but Monokuma was too tired to even help. Skeletor getting his black magic ready, and Lesnar sucker punches him in the face. A dirty move, but a smart one by Lesnar, stopping him from hitting his black skeleton magic. As now Machoke throws Skeletor into the corner. Oh, and he's not getting caught in that Z move again. Big kick by Machoke. Center of the ring, has him in a headlock, flipping Skeletor over. We really don't see many tags at all by Monokuma and Skeletor. They just wear each other out, essentially. Oh my god. That exploder suplex was nasty. And I gotta say, honestly, as strong as they are, I think they were hurt by the fact that they don't have great tag team... What would be the word? Great tag methods. They don't tag much. Lesnar giving Machoke the room he needs to hit a second Snake Eyes on Skeletor. Still surprised they didn't bust him open. Center of the ring. Another exploder suplex to Skeletor. But that's going to knock him into the ring of true despair. And that could give Skeletor the opportunity he needs. And he's not going to make the tag to Monokuma. What is Skeletor planning here? Big punch of the gut. The black skeleton magic. Where Lesnar can't stop him. And he's going to connect. He hit Machoke with it earlier. This could be enough to finish off Machoke. Will true despair. Oh, his rope. His foot was in the ropes. That's what saved their tag team titles. Monokuma telling Skeletor, no, we don't tag out to About to Die. A little bit of tag team tension between Monokuma and Skeletor. That could be some serious trouble as we see Skeletor now going up to the top rope, getting ready to dive off. Diving elbow drop onto Machoke. Elbow drop to the knee. But Machoke able to get up real quick, kicking Skeletor in the gut. Oh, and out of nowhere, catching Skeletor with those vital throws. If Skeletor had vital organs, he'd be feeling it in those right about now. Now Machoke getting him up once again. Are they going to go for that Z move? No! He's going to go for the massive power bomb. Into the pin. 1, 2. Into the Boston Crab. And Monokuma slowly going to stop him. He doesn't want Skeletor to kick out. Or he doesn't want Skeletor to tap out. And he was able to stop Machoke. Now just beating Machoke up. Irish whipping him into the ropes. Big knee to the gut. A second knee to the gut. Machoke's stumbling. Russian leg sweep. Monokuma did what he had to for them to stay in this match. And it was smart. I think Skeletor's almost passed out from the pain of that last combination move. The Boston Crab Bomb. Both men getting up to their feet. Skeletor up just a little bit faster. Backhand. Reversed with an elbow. Reversed with a jawbreaker. Skeletor now throwing Machoke into their corner. Tag team maneuver here. No, Machoke reversing. Oh, but Skeletor reversing as well. Going for some kind of tag team maneuver for sure, it looks like. And Machoke is not going to let that happen. And instead, Machoke going to hit Skeletor with a third Snake Eyes, busting him open. And then catching him with the vital throws. If there was ever a time for Monokuma to get in this match, This is it. Skeletor has been turned inside out. Machoke's getting him up. And they're going to go for that Z move.
I can't believe everything.
Oh, Skeletor not letting it. He sees it coming after it happened to Monokuma. Snap suplex into the pin.
Here's the pin. Title on the
One.
line. That title may change hands.
Oh, Machoke not wanting it to end with a snap suplex. Instead, taking a moment to catch his breath. He's going to end this another way. What way in particular is he planning on ending that? Oh, jawbreaker from Skeletor. Maybe he should have ended it with the snap suplex. Skeletor throwing Machoke into the corner now. Oh, big check there. Monokuma getting down. Monokuma's not tagging out. He says this is Skeletor's turn. This is not great tag team maneuvers here by True Despair. They're just not going super well. As we see Machoke now getting fought out of the corner by Skeletor. And a jawbreaker from Machoke to the already bloodied skull of Skeletor. Right back into a German suplex. Big knee. I can't believe Skeletor is even still able to stand. And here's the vital throws once again. How is Skeletor not just a pile of dusty, broken bone dust at this point? Machoke now back up to his feet. We plan to go for the Z move once again. Bad move as we get a shoulder tackle by Skeletor, taking Machoke to the ground. Sending him into the corner with Monokuma. Tag team maneuver here? No! Machoke fighting out for a fourth snake eyes to poor Skeletor. He's got him up! Finally, we're going to see it, and he looks Monokuma in the eyes as he hits the seismic toss on Skeletor. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, Skeletor kicked out. I'm in complete disbelief. Who would have guessed Skeletor would be able to kick out of that? Machoke now hitting Skeletor with the several I guess it's backbreakers. Either way, Machoke, Lesnar, I'm sure they're just as surprised as me that Skeletor is still in this. Machoke has been in for a while, but he's also mostly been destroying Skeletor for a while. So we see Skeletor thrown to the corner once again. Oh! Tag team maneuver here. Suplex. Oh, and a double suplex as Monokuma distracts the ref. Monokuma was going to help, but the ref was on top of him. And Lesnar just taking out Skeletor as well. But you have to imagine how much rest has Monokuma gotten if Skeletor manages to tag him back in. A lot of their work could be undone. As we see Skeletor throwing Lesnar into the corner now. And the tag has finally been made. Tag team maneuver coming. Arm breaker by Monokuma, who now has Lesnar. Oh, Lesnar reverses with an impressive punch there. Going for the suplex? No! Monokuma reversing the suplex. Catching Lesnar with a belly-to-belly suplex. Monokuma sizing Lesnar up. Ready to put this away. Monokuma's wild ride to Lesnar. Into the pin. 1, 2. Oh, and Lesnar still kicking out. Even after Skeletor takes out Machoke. The ref a bit distracted by the two tag team partners fighting in the back. So we see Lesnar pick Monokuma up. Going for the triple deadlift power bombs onto Monokuma. Is he going to go for the pin off them, though? Or is he going to go for an F5? Neither. Monokuma is going to punch Lesnar in the face and then taunt Machoke, who gets right in his face. Machoke telling Monokuma he is not afraid. Oh, and the big elbow. Lesnar fighting back. Oh, I think he looked like he was going for a move there. Monokuma getting Lesnar up. Oh my god. Oh, I thought he was going for an F5. He was just going for a standing flapjack. I thought Monokuma was going to steal his own finisher. Monokuma getting Lesnar up once again. Sending him in the corner with Skeletor. I don't know if this tag move was the best idea, but they went for it either way. Tag team elbow drop.
He's going to need a chiropractor in his near future.
Skeletor pumping up by the power of Grayskull. Getting Lesnar up. Oh, went for the spinning backhand, but Lesnar dodged. And that could be the end of Skeletor. He hasn't had nearly as much time to rest as Monokuma did before he got tagged back in. And right away, getting taken to Suplex City. Poor Skeletor has been through so much.
He's setting it up.
Now Lesnar looking for that F5 to put away Skeletor. He has him up. Skeletor already bloodied, connected with the F5 into the pin. 1, 2, 3. Oh my, I can't. I'm shocked. Lesnar's going for another F5. It's taking everything he has to put them away. And here comes the second F5 in a row to Skeletor into the pin. 1, 2.
Somehow he's kicked it into another gear here tonight.
Nothing can be done. Skeletor cannot be defeated. He just kicked out of 2 consecutive F5s. Spinning backhand to Lesnar as Skeletor is taken down to 1 knee into the pin. 1, 2, and Lesnar kicks out. These tag teams are giving it everything they have. Skeletor pumping himself up, looking to put away Lesnar. Into the corner, it looks like Skeletor and Monokuma might be tagging a bit more than usual. What is happening? He's using the rope to try and injure Lesnar's arm. Try and weaken those suplexes. Oh my god. The Bone Rattler into the pin. 1, 2, 3. Milliseconds away from 3 after the Bone Rattler. Skeletor now going for the Black Skeleton Magic. On their side of the ring too, Machoke will have to sprint if he's going to break up the pinfall here. Oh, Lesnar just kicks out before even a 1 count. What is happening anymore? Throwing Lesnar into the corner. What is Skeletor planning? He's hanging Lesnar up in the Tree of Despair. Oh my god! Kneeing Skeletor in the face. A massive reversal. Center of the ring. Goes for the Exploder Suplex. Skeletor reverses. Inverted DDT to Lesnar. What is Skeletor doing? He's sizing up Lesnar. Getting ready for a big strike once again. You have to imagine these guys have to be running out of fuel even after giving it everything they've got. Lesnar thrown into the corner. Tag made. Tag team arm breaker. Trying to keep Lesnar from performing those suplexes. Kick to Lesnar. Big punch. Side suplex reversed by Lesnar, who was able to roll through it. Kneeing him in the back, calling for the F5 on Monokuma. Could this finally be the end? Can an F5 put away Monokuma? It connects into the pin. 1, 2, 3. It's finally over. Lesnar and Machoke have retained their tag titles in an absolutely hellacious match here at Halloween Havoc. Honestly, another possible match of the year contender. That was completely insane. Both teams giving it 1,000,000%. But in the end, I think honestly, Monokuma and Skeletor, as great as they are, I think they need to become a better tag team before they can truly beat Machoke and Lesnar. Clearly they're a great team. They were 3-0 until now, which of course now they're 3-1, which is not bad at all, but it's they put up a hell of a fight. And I honestly thought they were walking away there so many times as the new champions. And Machoke and Lesnar just shocked. So ecstatic they were able to actually retain the belt against what is easily their hardest opponents yet. And look at them taking a stand here. Oh god, I just had to pop my knee. Straight up.
Thank you everybody for joining us on this Halloween evening.
I'm gonna need a bathroom break after that one. Monokuma and Skeletor, or Monokuma specifically, like, has become more face throughout this endeavor. That was just nuts. Either way, I'm gonna take a real quick, like, not even 2-minute bathroom break. I will be right back for Nakamura versus Barrett.
Right now, it'll be Shinsuke Nakamura versus a formidable opponent.
I just remembered when I had Monokuma and Skeletor in 2K16, they had the Bella's entrance. And I don't think they had the Bella's entrance here, and honestly, that's a fucking shame. Either way, we're going on now to Nakamura versus Wade Barrett for the Fight Master title.
Next, I expect things to get completely out of control. It'll be Shinsuke Nakamura against an imposing adversary.
Man, who comes up with these matchups? This is going to be really great.
Nakamura and Wade Barrett. This is gonna be great. Probably. I would imagine, considering how great Wade Barrett versus Jeepers Creepers has been. Imagining, my throat's a little sore after the last one. Let me get a drink of water. Considering how great his match against Jeepers Creepers was, I imagine his match against Nakamura will also be absolutely fantastic. To go over some statistics for you, based on these people, Wade Barrett, as your has been champion for 5 weeks, and is currently 5-0, quickly approaching Freddy Krueger's record undefeated streak, which is, as I of course start the match and go into this, Freddy Krueger is, I guess I have him as Krueger, not Freddy. 9-0. Okay, so he's not that close, but he's getting there.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the undisputed, ultra-violent, fighting, dragon, hardcore championship.
So, Wade Barrett's 5-0, of course. That's great for him. Nakamura, straight up, has not had a match. And I say that. He's not won or lost a match. I am 90% sure Thoren had him in a match. I'm pretty sure Thoren had him in a match at one point that he just didn't participate in the win or loss section of it. Either way, you know, Nakamura's, again, not really the debut, because I'm pretty sure he's had another match. He doesn't have any wins or losses. No, he was in the biggest party of the summer is where Nakamura was, because he was a Kaw in that one. So I think this is his debut. But again, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is his debut. But whatever is essentially a debut, going up against a 5-0 champion. It's hard to tell, because you want to say, obviously, the 5-0 champion's got a massive advantage, which I'm sure he does. We don't know anything about Nakamura. Because, like, it's his debut here. Obviously, like, real life Nakamura is fucking wild. And kicks the shit out of most people. Not the biggest Nakamura fan. But, you know, I don't have anything against Nakamura in real life. Not even as a character. So that's that. I'm pretty sure Wade Barrett doesn't have his entrance music. But, like, what is Wade Barrett's entrance even? Is it just going to be generic? The people sign! The human game of chess! Here at Halloween Havoc. What if they did have Wade Barrett's music? It's looking like this is just a generic entrance. I said it at Hell in a Cell, and I'll say it again. He's a black-haired Zack Ryder. He goes woo 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 at Wade. Something tells me that ain't right. It's probably at Stu Bennett now, but I don't know for sure. I'm proud of the Fight Master Championship. I thought that's a good title design. And you know what? Wade Barrett knows how to represent it here in this Falls Count Anywhere match against Shinsuke Nakamura. Who is the longest ever Fight Master Champion? I think it's Sting with like 8 weeks or something. I want to see that. It is Sting with 7 weeks. So Wade Barrett defends it here and defends it for 2 more weeks. He will tie Sting's record of longest reigning Fight Master Champion, which does actually mean something.
Introducing the challenger from Kyoto, Japan, weighing in at 230 pounds, Shinsuke Nakamura. Introducing the champion from Manchester, England, weighing in at 247 pounds, he is the undisputed, ultra-violent, fighting, dragon, hardcore champion, Wade Barrett.
And you know, being the longest reigning Fight Master Champion actually means something, because you're defending the title almost every week. It's not just like, oh, I won the most pay-per-view matches of these champions. Alright. All good grunt and dunks. He's having good dreams for this match. Those good dreams are gonna turn into big nightmares for the two men here. Here we go. Falls Count Anywhere. Pinfall or submission can happen inside or outside the ring, anywhere in the arena. No disqualifications. Fighting for the Fight Master title. Wade Barrett winning the title when he jumped Jake the Snake Roberts backstage. And has honestly just defended ever since. That being said, no one has jumped Wade Barrett backstage. I believe maybe one person did. Most of his matches have been just straight one-on-one matches, which maybe there's something to be said about that. Maybe Wade Barrett's just playing it cautiously backstage. Stiff knee strike by Nakamura, who has just immediately been taking it to Wade Barrett. But then again, we thought Jeepers, well, I mean, not just thought, Jeepers Creepers did take it to Wade Barrett. Wade Barrett was just able to come out on top. Will Wade Barrett come out on top here? Or is the King of Strong Style just a bit too much? Oh yeah! I didn't even mention! Wade Barrett, I mentioned it earlier, but Wade Barrett got injured in his match against Jeepers Creepers. So he's actually, like, not even just like a minor injury, like he just is injured. But he, like, actually, like, and I did get an actual pop-up for Universe Mode saying this, despite his injury, Wade Barrett demands that he defends his title at the upcoming show. And I was like, alright. So he's defending against Nakamura, so Wade Barrett absolutely has the disadvantage here as he throws Nakamura into the audience. And I'm surprised he hasn't gone for any weapons yet, because to me that seems like the best way for him to stay in this match if he's injured, is to just use weapons. Where is Nakamura taking Barrett? Or where is he trying to take Barrett? Either way, Barrett doesn't want to go wherever Nakamura's planning. They're fighting out here. Uppercut from Nakamura. Already out in the crowd, which, you know, it's tend to be where these Falls Count Anywhere matches go. Which is the good thing about Falls Count Anywhere matches, is it's a lot harder to get stuck in a standstill than like an Extreme Rules match. Speaking of which, the next match is a Halloween Trick or Street fight. So hopefully that doesn't get stuck in a gridlock.
And now he goes for it a second time.
Barrett punching Nakamura through the audience, hitting him in the back. Big hip check. This is like a bigger audience than I expected. At least it's a wider audience than I expected in terms of literal width. Another hip check sending Nakamura further into the crowd. Further out of the crowd, I guess. We're getting past that. We're past that midway point. Getting towards the entrance ramp arena. I want to see someone get hit with a tombstone. Straight up. Not even like the pile driver. Like one of those tombstones they have for decoration out by the entrance area. Wade Barrett's just punching the shit out of Nakamura. And you know what? That's completely legal. Completely fair to do. Especially when the champion's injured going into this. I wish they could fight up the stairs, which is why I'm excited for 2K18's increased backstage area. Barrett now kneeing Nakamura in the gut. Oh, and Nakamura punching him repeatedly. Oh, and Barrett punching him back hard. And a headbutt. Another punch. And another uppercut. Nakamura going for those swift jabs against Barrett, who's continuing to punch him back. Oh, and Nakamura back and forth headbutt. It's a fist fight in the crowd at this point. It's not even a wrestling match, which, you know, I would say is bad for Nakamura because he would want to have a wrestling match against the injured person and give him a better chance of winning, but he is the king of straw style. The king of straw style. He is strong style, so just hitting hard is good for him. But then again, Wade Barrett is also the bare knuckle brawler. So both of these men just well versed in straight up fist fights and hard strikes. And that's really what we're seeing here as they just go back and forth. You have to imagine it's possible once we get to a wider area where a pinfall can actually happen, then they've probably got a finisher saved up that they can just hit, possibly win the match. So Wade Barrett takes Nakamura over here to the crossroads, for lack of a better word. Now Nakamura trying to do the same, but they're not going to be able to get past that small, narrow entranceway. Big punch from Wade Barrett. Right hook, right uppercut. Oh, but Nakamura grabs him. Knee to the gut. We're essentially watching like a boxing match with less rules at this point. Which is fair, you know. Eventually they are going to work their way out of this general like fist fight area and end up somewhere, possibly right now, right here. Oh, it's looking like that's what it is as we get a single leg takedown from Wade Barrett into the single leg Boston Crab, trying to make Nakamura tap out here by the stage entrance. I still want to see someone get thrown into one of the tombstones or something, As Nakamura kicks Wade Barrett away. Big knee to Barrett. Just stomping down on him. What is Nakamura planning here? Oh, punch. Big, went for like an uppercut, just kind of swung and hit him in the back of the head. Barrett now getting Nakamura up and tossing him aside. Followed by another big smack by Barrett to Nakamura. There's not much to say in situations like this. It's just a fist fight kicked by Nakamura. You can see exactly what is going on. You can see the strength and abilities of these two men to just fight each other. Oh my god, Kinshasa out of absolutely nowhere. Busting Barrett open into the pin. 1, 2. Oh, and Barrett able to kick out. That Kinshasa came out of absolutely nowhere. I'm honestly amazed. Barrett's able to stay in this. After being injured and after getting hit with a surprise Kinshasa. Oh, stiff knee to the head of Barrett. And Nakamura is still going. Trying to bust Barrett completely open. Barrett now fighting back. Back body drop to Nakamura, who's now reversing into a shoulder tackle on the champion. More stiff kicks to the back of Wade Barrett. Nakamura clearly willing to do anything to win this Fight Master Championship in his opening match. Is he going for a triangle choke? He's going for a submission move here. No, he's just trying to break the arm of Wade Barrett. We don't really know what part of Wade Barrett is injured, so any part of him could be like a target. But you have to imagine the arms would also be a big target, considering that's how he hits most of his finishers. Bullhammer, Wade Slam, Wasteland, all of which require his arms and upper body strength. So if Nakamura can take those out, it's going to do a lot more damage to him and be a lot harder for Wade Barrett to hurt him. Barrett now, I think, calling for the Bullhammer. I couldn't tell. He got kicked in the face, though, so I guess not. Because they're fighting just into this empty void back here, where we keep all our black things. Oh my god, Nakamura calling for the Kinshasa once again, and Wade Barrett just stands up into a second Kinshasa. The ref is nowhere in sight. There he is, running. 1, 2, 3, and Nakamura able to beat Wade Barrett and win the Fight Master title. But all the credit to Wade Barrett. It took 2 Kinshasas to an already injured Wade Barrett for him to drop that title. Here's the second Kinshasa. That's going to put Wade Barrett down to a still respectable 5-1 record, while also making Nakamura 1-0 and the champion.
Here are your winners and new, undisputed, ultra-violent, fighting, dragon, hardcore.
So big props to both of those men for everything they've done here tonight. One match left until our main event. And hopefully this is going to be a good one. This could also end up going into Gridlock. So here's where I explain Gridlock rules. You know how they fought, the two of them fought in that kind of like contained area for a long time? I didn't care as much about that in a Falls Count Anywhere match because I know as soon as they get out, wherever they are, the match can end. This is Extreme Rules. The moment that they get into that area where they punch each other, I'm starting a timer. If they are in that area for 10 minutes, the match ends and the champion retains. It's considered a draw. If they are in that area in general for 20 minutes total, then like it's Gridlock. It's the Gridlock rule. It's because of something that happened in an episode of Universe I never uploaded from our failed one. It was Ambrose versus Axel. It went an hour and a half because they kept getting into Gridlock in those areas. So that's why that happens. Time now for Jeff the Killer versus Freddy Krueger. in our Halloween Extreme Rules Trick or Street fight for Thoren's Super Sweet Championship belt. It is already almost 11 o'clock, which is about when I expected this to be over, but we still have technically 4 matches left because of the War Games, but that's still fine. I mean, that's going to be at least, like, minimum 30 minutes, but I'll be fine. I'll be doing okay. I've got to get up super early for work, too. I don't care. Mostly because I'm not about to just end the stream in the middle of a pay-per-view, but also because I can fight through. I'm a tough big boy. So I'm ready. I'm ready for this, and I'm ready for War Games, where you'll get to see all the mysterious competitors I have, which I will keep a secret until their actual entrances happen. So be prepared for that. Be prepared for a lot of loading screens, too. To the point where, actually, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and turn off game audio, just to make sure the music doesn't do anything. And we're going to take this moment to go on over, see what each of their stats are. Krueger, already mentioned, has the record for best win streak, sitting at 9-0. Looking for a 10-0 win streak here. Jeff the Killer, I believe this is his debut. This is Jeff the Killer's debut. So let's go ahead and put him right here. And because it's his debut, we don't know much about it. We, of course, want to turn audio back on. Do we get a special announcement for this title? Yep.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the All-Star Hybrid Total Western Universal Alliance Championship.
So coming up first, I assume, is Jeff the Killer. I assume it's still going champion last. Yeah, I know it's Jeff the Killer, because Freddy Krueger has the Bray Wyatt entrance. Just like Slender Man did, I think. And Krampus. And I think someone else. Could be wrong, though. Oh, okay, it's the Balor entrance. That's what Jeff the Killer's got. Not quite what I expected, but, you know, it's fitting. Fighting a real spooky guy here, Freddy Krueger. As is fitting of Halloween Havoc here in this trick or street fight. There he is. The Madman, Jeff the Killer. Dark Zero Mystery, I'm going to assume, is the guy that made him. Jeff, can your entrance not be the 40-minute Balor one? Because it's really looking like it is. It's possibly putting me to sleep, like Dunks is asleep right now. I just don't want a 40-minute Jeff the Killer entrance. Because I know Freddy Krueger's going to take a little bit of time. Oh, why is he taking like 2 steps before doing the flare? Why did he just do a little spinny airplane thing? Does Balor do a spinny airplane thing? I don't remember him doing that. Got some bug bites on my feet. I think Freddy Krueger is a monster and is going to retain his title belt tonight. We have seen 2 titles change hands, 1 title retained, and we've got 2 title matches left. I don't know if Cookie Monster is going to be able to retain his belt, because Cookie Monster doesn't have to be pinned to lose his belt. That's really... everything falls apart for him. Because, like, I don't know. I'm not going to say anyone's in any of the matches. You could have some crappy person somehow make it to the final cell, get pinned by someone else while Cookie Monster's not looking. He's got to be on his toes. And I'm talking about the next match that isn't this match, because, oh my god, Jeff the Killer's entrance is longer than the Monster Mash loading screen. And that's horrible. Why is this entrance in the game? I hope Jeff the Killer doesn't win, because I never want to see this entrance again. Why is it still going? I don't even think Demon Balor's entrance was this long. Is this a special Balor entrance that takes an exceptionally long time? Why is it still going? I have to jokingly extend my rant because it still isn't over. It's literally like a 10-minute entrance. Thank God it's finally over. Good face. Good face. I appreciate that. That's a good look. They really nailed the face of Jeff the Killer. Here comes Spooky Krueger. Freddy Spooger. Freddy Krueger walking casually to the ring, staying calm and collected. He has laid waste to 9 souls up to this point. He is undoubtedly the best of the super small dudes. And he is ready to continue that reign at Survivor Series, where he will face the best of the super old farts. Assuming he wins. I'm sure he's planning on putting Jeff the Killer away very easily here. But who knows, maybe Jeff the Killer's got some tricks under his sleeve. Hell, maybe he's just the better wrestler. I don't know. I don't know these things. There is only one way to find out. And that is to watch the match once it starts. Take it away, Lillian Garcia. Ball is beautiful. Good demon. Demon Death Valley. Oh, we get to see the nice little Thoren Super Sweet Championship belt here. Strong style, GX Snake, X. That mask.
Introducing the challenger from your darkest fears, weighing in at 220 pounds, Jeff. Introducing the champion from Ohio, weighing in at 184 pounds, he is the All-Star Hybrid Total Western Universal Alliance Champion, The Dream.
Man, social media
So here we have Jeff's got his knife. Freddy Krueger's got his bladed hand.
On a favorite.
This is in Extreme was a trick or street fight, so both of those things are completely legal. Not like anyone ever stops Freddy Krueger from using his blade hand anyway. Tradition rules. Jeff the Killer, Freddy Krueger. Here we go. Both notorious for killing children, one killing only children, but using a loose definition of the word child. One killing anyone he wants. It's good to see these two. I guess one master of horror and Jeff the Killer. Oh my god! He's dead. Jeff the Killer has now exclusively killed everyone with that move alone. This is horrible. This is going to be the second murder we see tonight.
Let's take a moment to talk about the challenger.
He's just fucking sunset flip power bombed him on the crucifix bomb. It's not a crucifix bomb. It's a crucifix onto the concrete. Padded concrete nonetheless. Jeff the Killer thrown onto the entrance ramp. They don't hit gridlock until they go into one of those punchy scenes, so they're fine to go all the way out here. Freddy Krueger they're going to kill each other. This match is going to end with a dead body in the ring. Standing backflip, that's cool. Maybe it was a standing shooting star press, wasn't really looking. Jeff the Killer throws him down some more. They are now on exposed concrete as Jeff the Killer elbows Krueger in the head. They have already fought all the way up to this round. I'll be honest, I wanted this to be a short match so we could get into War Games. doesn't look like that's going to happen. As Krueger now trying to stomp on Jeff the Killer. Punch him in the face. Jeff the Killer running back to the ring for some reason. Now running back, I don't really know what Jeff the Killer was planning. Either way, not the best move, but it didn't matter. Able to hit Freddy Krueger with that sling blade. Now running back to the ring again. I think he wants Freddy Krueger to stay gone, but like that doesn't help Jeff win. What is Jeff doing? Oh, he's going for a weapon, but he wants to keep Krueger down long enough to make sure he gets it. He's going for the sledgehammer, a classic here in 2K17 Universe mode. Freddy Krueger, though, a genius at his craft, using it against him, throwing Jeff head first into that red ring post so the blood doesn't show. Krueger now kicking Jeff in the stomach. Jeff, fireman carry. Oh, I thought it was, I mean, he was going for the belly suplex. But Freddy Krueger instead getting him with that STO. Big punch. Oh, and a Frankensteiner on the concrete. I don't know how Jeff the Killer isn't already dead, but he might be very soon as Jeff gets knocked into that ring post. Able to fight back though, so nothing too bad happens to him until he gets thrown almost into the steps. Luckily, I guess, he was able to trip over his own feet and avoid hitting the staircase. As Freddy now elbows him in the face. Back into the ring now where the pin or submission has to take place. Which it may very well be happening as Freddy Krueger gets Jeff up, hitting him with the go to sleep. Krueger now getting kicked down by Jeff the Killer. Should have just gone for the pin. In all honesty, is Jeff going for another weapon? It looks like he is. Jeff's decided he needs a weapon to take out the Lord of Nightmares, Freddy Krueger. He's got a ladder. I don't know why I went for a ladder, but he went for a ladder. Going for the big guns here. Oh! And Krueger just ducks it and gets immediately flattened the second time. Jeff picking it right back up. Trying to take Freddy Krueger out. Freddy Krueger rolling away and able to steal the ladder from Jeff. Oh, Jeff weaving this time and getting Krueger with a side suplex. Smart maneuvers by both men. Oh my god, knee drop. Busting open Freddy Krueger. That ladder shot must have busted a blood vessel beforehand or something because he's bleeding real early. And Jeff, now finding a move that works, is just spamming the knee drop on Freddy Krueger as he kicks Jeff in the gut. On the outside, going for a suplex. Oh my god, hitting his feet on the steel stairs. And that's going to do some serious damage to the ankle of Jeff the Killer, who rakes his eyes and then gets caught with a sling blade out of nowhere. What a back and forth exchange that was. Freddy Krueger wanting Jeff to get back up. Jeff doesn't know if he can. Krueger just repeatedly kicking him now, stomping on the arm of Jeff the Killer. You know, Jeff's reliance on weapons has been smart here, but I think that might be what does him in. He's just not as good as Freddy Krueger. He needs the weapons to help him. Even if he wins this match, that's not going to help him in future matches for the most part. So we see a big knee from Jeff to Freddy. Two very normal names. Is Jeff is going for a third weapon to try and finish off Freddy Krueger. What's he getting out? A table. Jeff has a table. Oh, and he just crumples Freddy Krueger with it. Trying to hit him in the back now. Oh, and Freddy smacking him away with the backhand. Jeff now throwing him back into the ring. Leaving the table on the outside for now. He got his use out of it. Maybe it'll come into play later. Maybe not. Because this is, you know, the video game, it absolutely may not come into play. Jeff now setting him up. Going for that hesitation drop kick into the corner. Now getting him up. No, jawbreaker from Freddy Krueger, able to stop whatever Jeff was planning. Oh, but Jeff reversing that, pushing Krueger aside. Oh, and out of nowhere. Yeah, butterfly suplex is what that would be. Krueger now looking to use the Dream Claw against him. And he's got him. He's got that Dream Claw and he's trying to kill Jeff the Killer. Will Jeff the Killer become Jeff the Killed? And he is. Freddy Krueger with one Dream Claw. puts Jeff the Killer away, even after Krueger was busted open. And that's just impressive right there. Krueger now at an impressive 10-0 win streak. By far the best here in Universe Mode. Not even close to being matched now that Barrett has lost his. Both his win streak and his title. So now it is time for our main event. Our 4-part main event. The War Games match.
Total Western Universal Alliance Champion, The Dream.
And that's a huge tap-out victory there.
You know, if I did not
So Universe Mode is going to see this as the main event. I got to remember, I may need to change the champion if Cookie Monster doesn't win before I move on to the next show, so that it can possibly make... Well, I'll have to make the title rivalry myself, because it's Curtis Axel. I don't really need Universe to make me one. So what we're going to do is we're going to kill game audio so you don't hear the announcer. We're going to turn on the copyright image so that we can go over to our 6-man Hell in a Cell. You may see 2 people who were involved. Can I just, like, badly stretch this out more? Which I'm sure I can. I absolutely can. It just looks, like, god-awful. Honestly, this is fine, since the point of the copyright screen is to prevent any copyrighted video from popping up. So that completely works out. So this is, of course, taking place at Halloween Havoc, which I have to now find in my list of things. There it is. Momentum. We will set to this. Entrance is on, of course, so you can get the nice surprise of everyone who is coming out. Yeah, okay. So this is the one we're going to start with. I have it set up. I picked about half the guys that deserved to be in this, and then I let random chance decide the other half. And then I used another randomizer to decide which chamber each person was going to start in. Because, of course, it's 6 people in each of the 3 chambers.
America's sweetheart.
Was it the same attire? 6 people in each of the 3 chambers. The winner of each chamber will meet in the final chamber along with the champion, Cookie Monster. Alright, I've almost got all of these set up. You're going to still be able to kind of see like the arm of the dude on the far left, it looks like, but that's fine. You can guess it from what little you see of the person on the far left. Oh, you can see a little bit of the far right person too. Well, you know what? If you can guess it based off that, more power to you. Are you going to be able to see them based off this? You can absolutely see a little bit of the people on the left and right. And honestly, I think that's fine. I think if you want to take the time to try and figure out, you might be able to figure out the dude on the left. He's pretty distinct in this situation. But if you can figure out the dude on the right, I'm pretty impressed. So, fun fact about this match. I'm not going to say that. First off, because it's not true, whatever I was about to say. I had made a mistake. And was about to say the mistake. But also what I would have said would have taken away some of the surprise about who's in this match. Which, of course, we will get to experience. I mean, not really together, because I can clearly see who's in these matches. I had to make it beforehand, and I just entered in the characters. But we'll get to experience the entrances together. I'm sure some of them will be generic. Maybe some of them. Are any of these chamber matches going to have not terrible load times? Let me look at this. No. They're all going to have pretty bad loading times, most likely. This one will probably have the worst loading time, though. You can probably surmise what that means. But nonetheless, you can't see the loading bar. We're real close. It's according to the loading bar, we're about 4/5 of the way through it. And of course it stalls near the end, so that's always a fun time. So a lot of these men, I'll give you the fun facts as they come out. I'll give you like their win-loss records. And in case you didn't know, first pinfall wins Armageddon Hell in a Cell. The win goes to whoever gets the, well, the loss goes to whoever gets pinned, but you don't get the win unless you win the title. Because, you know, in kayfabe, this is all one match. They're working up to the cell. So you get a loss if you get pinned. You don't get a win unless you win the title. So that's how that's going to work in terms of our record sheets that I keep. Because some of these men have clean slates, really. Don't really know if any of these men have particularly good records. I haven't looked at them all yet. We're about ready to jump into this. No, I want to. Alright, here we go. And we're opening up. The first person coming out is Venom. The muscle of the Orphan Cripplers. Venom? This is his singles debut.
The following six-man contest is an Armageddon
So,
Hell in a Cell match.
get him ready. This is his singles debut. Have Orphan Cripplers had a tag team match in this universe mode yet?
191 pounds.
No! Okay, so this is just straight up his debut on the same night as Slenderman making his debut in 2K17 universe mode.
Oh boy, this is the moment.
So congratulations, Venom, for making it to the War Games match. The first one ever. I also tweet out that the War Games match is starting. Click. Alright, who is the second entrant into the War Games match? I hope some of you have much shorter entrances than Venom. We took a bit too long. Here we go. And our second entrant is... Now you may be saying to yourself, who else was given Finn Balor's entrance? Well, let me tell you something. We don't have anyone to blame for that. Except for the man himself, Finn Balor. And like straight up, it's 11:17. I'm skipping Balor's entrance. Because it is the stupid long one. I'm sorry to tell you, I will give you Balor's fun facts as well as the next guy, which is Jim Bob. Jim Bob, former general manager of NSFW before that entire universe mode was defunct and shut down. He wants nothing more than to put an end to Cookie Monster's reign. He got the Fight Master title from him and ended his win streak. Now he wants to take the world title from him. Jim Bob sitting at a... what is his win-loss record? 3-4 win-loss record. Not great, not horrible. Finn Balor. I don't have Finn, so he's probably under Balor. Balor is 1-1, so pretty even there. Honestly, I'd say Venom has the best record so far with a pure clean slate. Not that either of these are particularly super bad. Venom, Balor, and Jim Bob. First three competitors in this first War Games cell. Moving on now. Entrant number 4. Who will be competing here? Lights going out. It's Bane from Batman. Not just a super strong person, but just like a great wrestler, even in the comic. In canon, he's great at doing wrestling moves. Bane is 1-1 as well. So also like completely average. Completely average. Like Jim Bob is completely average. Everyone else is like average from lack of experience. It's like 1-1, 1-1, clean slate, and then 3-4 for Jim Bob. And I think Bane and Venom are going to be real tough people to compete against in this one. Just waiting on him, getting real strong, getting hyped up. Who's this? Oh, of course, it's my boy, Man Ray. Look at his fabulous style. Man Ray, I think, could also be another favorite to win this whole thing too, even. Man Ray's record is 1-1. He was also in the tag team Money in the Bank, which he didn't win, but that didn't go as a loss of his record.
As we prepare for this matchup, I'd like to remind everyone, this is brought to you by the folks at 2K Sports. You know, I get a little spooked out just calling a Hell in a Cell match. Can you imagine competing in one?
Man Ray looking to bring some style here to the WWE. Jim Bob does not look impressed. But of course he can't afford to look impressed. Look, he's getting serious. Look who he's up against. Man Ray, Bane, Venom, Finn Balor. Jim Bob is arguably the worst record of all these guys, as all of these guys are like 1-1 or have a clean slate. Jim Bob has more losses than wins and has actual experience for that to mean something. So he's going to have to do his absolute best if he wants to make it to that final chamber and fight Cookie Monster. It's Kurt Angle! Kurt Angle is here. Hall of Famer, gold medalist. I believe this is his debut. I don't have a Kurt Angle, and I don't have an Angle. So yeah, this is Kurt Angle's debut as well. So let me go ahead and put him down. Which maybe he won't hold a win or a loss after this. Same for Venom. Maybe one of them will hold a loss or a win. Here we are. Finally, all 6 people have made it into the ring for our first cell match here. And I am going to skip the entrances for the final cell match, except for Cookie Monster, because we'll have already seen them at that point. So our first of 4 Armageddon Hell in a Cell matches. First of 3 Splinter Cells. The cell has been lowered. This is going to be real hectic to call. I may not be able to call the action. And here we go. Right off the bat, we see Man Ray going after Balor. Bane going after a weapon. Jim Bob going after Bane and stealing his weapon. And Venom going after Kurt Angle. And honestly, I don't know who Jim Bob could go after in this situation for it to be the smartest move. I personally would guess Balor or Angle would be the best one for Jim Bob to go after, since they're both mortal humans. They're not like muscle monsters like Bane. Oh my god, but huge flying splash from Jim Bob. And you don't have to necessarily be the best. You don't have to out-wrestle everyone in this match. You just have to out-wrestle one person faster than the others can do the same. Because it's first pinfall or submission wins. Bane now throwing Jim Bob to the ground as Balor and Man Ray fight it out, and Angle and Venom go toe-to-toe. I honestly would have liked to see Bane and Angle go at it, 2 wrestling machines. As we see Jim Bob now getting caught with a deadlift powerbomb. Man Ray kicking the shit out of Venom as Angle and Balor are laid out on the outside. Another deadlift powerbomb to Jim Bob. Bane's trying to break him apart now after getting jumped. Venom now attacking Man Ray, belly-to-belly suplex. Bane's going after Jim Bob. And honestly, I think that's great for Bane. I think this gives Bane a huge advantage to win. because he honestly has the weakest person in this match. Just from like a muscle and wrestling standpoint, Jim Bob is the worst.
Here's a cover.
Now, by all means, Angle could go on to lose every one of his matches and therefore be worse than Jim Bob. But who knows? Then Balor able to kick out of Bane. There is no ref, so I won't be able to tell if someone gets a 3 count or not. Sling Blade by Balor because I don't have sound right now. It's incredibly low. Angle now throwing Venom into the ropes. Oh! Spinning backhand. Balor now getting... Oh! Nice move by Jim Bob there. Unfortunately, him getting caught by Kurt Angle put an end to his momentum there. Venom and Bane laid out on the outside. The two monstrous dudes in this match. As we see Jim Bob picking Angle up for the gutbuster. Everyone back in the ring. Except for Angle, who's now back on the outside. Man Ray getting excited. A fancy little arm drag there as we see Jim Bob do something to Venom. Now Bane going after Balor. Trying to take everyone out. Bane getting Balor up to the top rope. Oh my god. That was incredible. Bane's just essentially finishing off Balor, sending him out of the match for now. Spinning back elbow to Man Ray. Jim Bob and Balor both stuck on the outside. As we see Bane and Venom teaming up on Man Ray, sending him to the outside. We've got the 3 most muscular people in the match stuck in the ring right now. But Balor and Jim Bob making their way up to their feet and back into the ring as Venom sets up Bane on the outside. Bane kicking back and choosing not to jump off. Jim Bob throws Venom to the outside as Angle beats in Balor's head. Jim Bob choosing to go to the outside. Going after Venom of all people. Trying to take one against the Orphan Cripplers. I don't know if it was Balor or Venom that just got busted open, but I think Jim Bob just busted Venom open. As we see, I believe, a pineapple powerbomb to Bane. Yes, we do. Venom now starting to turn things around. No, Jim Bob taking him out. As Balor goes to throw Angle over, but Man Ray catches him, only to get reversed with an inverted brainbuster. Bane crawling into the pin on Man Ray. No one seems to notice. Oh, but Man Ray kicks out. Angle into the German suplex. Doing that human suplex machine. That was Taz, wasn't it? That was the human suplex machine. Regardless, Venom going right after Angle as Jim Bob gets knocked to the outside. Man Ray now picking Bane up. Gutbuster as Angle slams Venom down to the outside. And there goes Bane. We're now down to Angle, Man Ray, and Balor in the ring. As the other 3 are still laid out. No, Angle's down. We're down to Balor and Man Ray. One of these men could win this match before the others get in, but I don't think it's going to happen, as Venom and Jim Bob have both already gotten back up to their feet. And Venom stops Balor from connecting with that hesitation dropkick, and Jim Bob runs in to stop Venom. But that didn't do so well against him. Balor now rolling to the outside as Bane makes his way back in. Venom thrown to the outside. We're down to Bane, Man Ray, and Jim Bob in the ring as Kurt Angle gets up, though. And honestly, Jim Bob getting in there is probably pretty smart. Divorce court by Bane. Jim Bob really has something against Venom. He can't stand for this kind of tyranny. He remembers the havoc that the Orphan Cripplers caused in NSFW back when they were there under his, not really control, under his jurisdiction. Venom, not happy about Jim Bob, trying to beat him up. Bane! Thought he was going for a choke slam. No, a spine buster onto Balor. In the ring, no one there to stop him. Oh, but here comes Jim Bob. Bane going for a submission move. Bane lock. Balor able to get out of it, though. Now Bane going for a backbreaker. Yep, to Angle. As Jim Bob's left on the outside. And now trying to get Angle to tap out. Man Ray stopping Venom from saving him. Doesn't matter. Angle's still able to fight out. Venom runs to the outside, or rolls to the outside, I should say. Still have audio. Okay, yeah, I do still have audio. Good. Bane now throwing Man Ray into the corner. Oh, and a DDT to Bane as Balor now takes Man Ray out. And Angle takes Balor out with a suplex. No! Northern Light suplex from Balor. able to fight through it. Jim Bob getting Man Ray up only to be reversed. Bane thrown to the outside by Balor. It's just Man Ray and Jim Bob in the ring right now. Oh, but here comes Venom. Big punch from Man Ray. Oh! And he spears. Venom accidentally just happened to get in the way, which allows Jim Bob to take advantage and hit Man Ray with that backbreaker. Everyone getting back in the ring while a lot of other people roll out. All goes to the belly to belly, but gets taken out with the STO by Bane. Balor and Man Ray on the outside, everyone else left in. Knee drop to Jim Bob, and that might cause him to roll out. No, Jim Bob staying in this. Does not want to get taken out. Deadlift slam by Venom. Takes Bane out. German suplex to Jim Bob. Takes him out. We're left with Venom and Angle in the ring. Venom getting Angle up to his feet. Going for the massive choke slam to Angle. Man Ray goes to grab Venom, who just catches him and throws him aside with the power slam. With the fallaway slam, I should say. Venom taking a moment to rest on the ropes. Now that more people have come to the ring, he knows he can't get the pin right then. Going after Angle, though. Venom almost had it there. It was so close. As we see Balor getting hit with a suplex. Venom throwing Angle aside. Bane trying to catch Venom off guard, but failing. Only to get Irish whipped into the corner. Jim Bob now. Oh, drop kicking Venom. Catching him off guard. Going after Bane, but Bane is just too strong fighting against Jim Bob. I think Balor's planning a hesitation drop kick here. He is, but will he be able to do it through Bane and Jim Bob fighting? And he hits the hesitation drop kick on Man Ray. As Jim Bob, gets backhanded by Balor for no real reason apparently. They've all left the ring. Man Ray's just left laying. I think Balor realizes this. Maybe not. Man Ray getting back up to his feet slowly. Angle realizes that Man Ray has been left in the ring alone. Oh, and he's going to catch Man Ray off guard. Man Ray was going to taunt since he was left in the ring. Side suplex. As Man Ray gets knocked out now. Oh, neck breaker by Jim Bob, who's now going after Angle. Could be trying to finish him off here. Try to get the win to go face Cookie Monster in the final cell. Angle slam to Jim Bob. Into the pin. No one's there to stop him. I think Angle just won. Angle just won by beating Jim Bob, the man who wanted to take out Cookie Monster most. So there you have it. Jim Bob eats the loss, putting him at 3-5. So much for Angle being worse than Jim Bob, eh? But that puts Kurt Angle at a new record. Oh no, he doesn't get the win yet because he hasn't won. Jim Bob just gets the loss, correct. So that is Angle that has made it on to the final chamber to meet up with Cookie Monster for the World Heavyweight Championship. Honestly, a surprising turn of events. I didn't really expect it, but that's just the way things go. And there was a power bomb on the outside there, which I didn't really see because there was the Angle slam on Jim Bob. Of course, there were no pinfall or submissions on the outside. Venom maybe thought he could win it there, but he was unable. Angle now moving on. Half of the final chamber is decided. Champion Cookie Monster. The first challenger Kurt Angle. It's time for us to move on to the second chamber. So of course I will once again mute the audio in game, open up the copyright, and get ready to start our second 6-man Hell in a Cell, where hopefully everyone has much shorter entrances. We of course want this to be at Halloween Havoc, except this is an interesting first competitor, let me just say that. I don't know if they'll actually come out first, but nonetheless. This is probably going to be like the weirdest of the Hell in a Cell matches that we have here tonight. This one's just kind of like all over the place in terms of who's in it. But I think it's also going to be really good. So let me just go. Will you be able to tell who it is based on the outside here? My guess is absolutely not, since you can't see them right now. And secondly, no, I don't think you'd be able to tell. But will you be able to tell via loading screen? I think you could maybe tell left person again. If you really think about it, and you're open to anything, you might be able to piece it up. Let me see here. Click on this. 11:35. Boy howdy. It's not even that I'm tired, although I am tired. I'm also very hungry. It's the tag. I didn't expect the tag team match to go as long as it did. I don't know why I expected this to only be 30 minutes, because the entrances alone are going to take forever. Oh, there's one person in here that's going to have, like, a hellishly long entrance, but we will sit through it because it is a nice entrance. And Balor's we had just seen with Jeff the Killer. So this is probably the one that'll take the shortest loading time. We're already over halfway through. Got some surprises in this one. Ready to see who it is. And get a drink of water while we wait. Yes, I'm glad I did that as the loading bar shot forward. Here we go. Jumping right in. The location's going to change to the top every time. Regardless. And here it is. Fandango. The first of the second cell competitors. Fandango, do you have any record whatsoever here? No, this is Fandango's debut. He has not yet had any wins or losses. Because I don't even have him as a tag team, because I don't have Breezango as a tag team. Tyler Breeze is instead part of Riot Squad. Fandango showing off to the crowd. It's weird that he has like this like kind of generic entrance, and Man Ray has like his massive, here's the giant Fandango entrance. I don't know. Either way. Maybe this was like his Tango entrance. Well, it's not really his Tango entrance because he doesn't have Rosa Mendez with him. Who is the second competitor? Oh, of course. It's none other than Devon Dudley. Testify, brother. Testify. And the Dudleys, they're a pretty decent tag team, right? Devon has not had any singles matches, though. So Devon Dudley is going this alone. I will go ahead and confirm to you Bubba Ray is not in any of these chambers. It is just Devon Dudley. Coming in, ready for action. Trying to go for that World Heavyweight Championship. So far, both of these men in singles competition anyway have a clean slate. Both Fandango and Devon. Now I can confirm to you right now, not everyone in this has a clean slate. I know at least half of them don't have a clean slate. Watch me say that, and 4 of them have a clean slate. But I'm pretty confident at least half don't have a clean slate. I know for a fact 2 of them don't have a clean slate, and this is one of them, because it is ya boy, the Dead Man, the Undertaker, here in the first ever War Games match. Undertaker, of course, very impressive record. I believe only losing to Stone Cold Steve Austin, but I could be wrong. I think he lost to him twice. Either way, Undertaker is 5'2". Obviously not height, but win-loss record. So Undertaker is, of course, going to be the entrance that is hellishly long. And I still think it'll be much shorter than Finn Balor's.
Whoa, it looks like he hasn't missed many gym sessions.
I think this has potential to be the best of the three Cell matches leading up to the end. But I also think the last one has a bit more star power in it, which is why I made it the last one, not to give anything away. I randomized who is in each cell. I then chose the order of which I simulated the cells. This one being in the middle because it is the weirdest, just the most middle ground. What are the people in this cell? Undertaker, if you could just do the Brock Lesnar jump up on the ropes and get in the ring thing, I would really appreciate it. Thank you. You don't really need to have the lights off for this. I'm going to edit this ring so that all of the little yellow turnbuckles are minions, just because I hate my life and everyone else. So the dead man is here. He's looking for his third shot at the World Heavyweight Championship, because I believe he was in the Battle Royal at Extreme Rules for it, and then I believe he fought Stone Cold Steve Austin for it at another pay-per-view. I think it was Payback or something. So this could be his third shot. I mean, technically it is his third shot at the title. He's in the match leading up to it. He just may not be in the final part of the match. Oh, and here we have our fourth competitor. Keemstar. That's right. The Keemstar Blastoise match from earlier tonight was actually a qualifier for the War Games match. And Keemstar made it. As mentioned earlier on, Keemstar is sitting at an interesting record of 4-1. Pretty good indeed. Almost better than The Undertaker's record. Of course, that could come to an earth-shattering halt here tonight. He's already the most beat-up person in this entire War Games match, because he already had a match here tonight, unlike everyone else here. He is the only person, you know, we already said what the Monster Mash match was for. Pepsi Man's not going to pop up in this. Although the randomizer did choose Pepsi Man to be in it, but I didn't want to put him in it because he was in a rivalry match. Umaga is in the chamber. I believe Umaga is like 1-0 or something, or he lost his one match he had. No, Umaga was in a match that just like didn't come to fruition. Was he in a tag team? He might have been in a tag team match. I don't really know. Umaga has had a match. I just don't really know what happened in said match. Maybe a Battle Royal or a ladder match or something. Either way, he doesn't have a win-loss record. I just have him in my notes as having done something. The human game of chess. Yeah, look at Umaga. He's ready to go. And that'll be one competitor left to come out. So again, yeah, I was right. It was half of them have a not clean sheet, because Umaga does, Fandango does. Who else had a clean slate? Who else is in this? Devon Dudley. Because this man does not have a clean slate. It's Drew Gulak. Yeah, you may have been thinking to yourself, why didn't Drew Gulak cut a promo? Was it because he didn't cut a promo at the last pay-per-view? No. It's because he's in the War Games match. He doesn't need to ask for a shot at the title because he has one here tonight. Will he make the best of it? Drew Gulak has a 3-1 record. 2 of those wins I know were King of the Ring, where he lost to Cookie Monster. So he's looking for some revenge here tonight. And that other win was against, like, Man Ray or something? No, it was against Titus O'Neil, right? He fought Titus O'Neil on a random Raw. So here we go. The second cell of the War Games match is underway. And right off the bat, Umaga's going after a weapon, just like Bane did. Keemstar going after Devon. Undertaker waiting for Umaga to get him with that steel chair. Oh, Undertaker also in the King of the Ring match lost to Daniel Bryan. So there's a fun fact for you there. Oh, that's his other loss, was to Daniel Bryan, right. Undertaker now punching Gulak in the head. Gulak fighting back. These two King of the Ring All-Stars fighting off against each other for their chance to go up against Cookie Monster once again. Umaga trying to tear through Fandango, but Fandango taking him down. And Devon accidentally hitting Undertaker while going after Keemstar. Keemstar, of course, the most tired person in this match. As I already told you, he participated in a last man standing match, a decent one at that.
I don't remember the last time he executed.
Someone has rolled out of the ring. I see Fandango rolled out. Don't really remember who else is missing. Oh, it's Drew Gulak. Drew Gulak is missing. He's over there. Sprawled out. Umaga, sit out blockbuster. Devon now on the outside again. I really think Undertaker is going to take this. But again, it's not about being the best. It's about being better than someone else. Faster than everyone else. Kurt Angle proved that upon taking out Jim Bob. He found the weak link of the match, and he took him down. Who's the weak link of this match? I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's Devon. Oh, and Undertaker! Springboard splash onto the back of Drew Gulak, who grabs Undertaker, goes for the suplex, but Undertaker's a bit too big. Springboard leg drop onto Devon. Undertaker now getting Drew Gulak up, sending Gulak outside of the ring. As we see Umaga get back in. Now Undertaker going to the outside. Not really looking for a weapon, just going back after Gulak, looking to finish him off for some reason. Devon takes out Fandango as Keemstar beats up Umaga. You know, Undertaker was actually using the cell out there for a second with Gulak. Did Keemstar just beat Umaga? No, Umaga kicked out. Keemstar almost had it there. I could see that he was pinned for a while. Drew Gulak throwing Undertaker around the ring. Able to get in the ring, avoiding him as Devon Irish whips Fandango into the corner. Back body drop by Keemstar. Undertaker now setting up Gulak into the Tree of Woe or just up top. Just up top. What is Undertaker planning here? Oh my god. Super sidewalk slam. Almost on the Fandango, who luckily rolled out of the way of getting his head crushed. Undertaker and Umaga now teaming up on Keemstar. Guess Undertaker decided he was done with Gulak. Big clothesline sending him into the corner there. And Undertaker and Umaga just giving anything. Oh, Devon grabbing Umaga from behind as now Undertaker turns on Umaga. The temporary alliance meant nothing. Northern Lights suplex to Devon from Fandango. Gulak now coming right back after Undertaker with some unfinished business. Neckbreaker. Then grabbing a dazed Umaga and throwing him over the top rope and punching him out of the ring. Oh my god! I don't even really know what that's called, but it sure did a number to Umaga. Fandango just hit like his last dance or whatever, but not the leg drop one. So I thought he was going to like beat Devon there, and Fandango was going to move on. DDT onto Gulak, though, from Keemstar. As we all know, those Keemstar DDTs are quite deadly. Undertaker's just watching everyone from the outside, now choosing his time to strike. Grabbing Keemstar, who is able to fight out of it, throwing Undertaker aside. Oh, goes for the leg drop, but Gulak stops him. Now throwing Keemstar into the corner. Umaga looks like he's planning something against Fandango, who counters him and punches him in the back. Undertaker and Gulak now both going after Keemstar once again. No one really likes Keemstar in this match. As we see Fandango grabbing Undertaker from behind as a surprise. Going to the top rope looking for that actual last dance. Will it connect? Oh, Undertaker gets out of the way and Fandango doesn't even seem phased as Devon jumps both of them. Undertaker now thrown to the corner. Goes for the missile dropkick, but Undertaker does not allow it to happen. It is down to Devon, Fandango, and Undertaker in the ring. Although Umaga is getting up very quickly. and will not allow them to be in there alone for long. It's not really alone with 3 people, nonetheless. Oh, and Undertaker just grabs Umaga out of nowhere and hits him with a tombstone pile driver. Keemstar grabbing Devon. Undertaker not going for the pin, trying to take out the rest of the competition first. Better be careful someone doesn't sneak the pin on Umaga. Oh, Gulak backflipping out of that sidewalk slam only to get thrown to the outside once again. Undertaker going after him this time. I don't know if that's really the smartest move. So we see Devon setting up Keemstar on the second rope. Hit with that 1D.
Here we go. Back inside the ring.
The 3D Von. Oh, the Devon mustard. Spine buster to Fandango, and that took the last of Devon's strength to connect with that. Oh, and the headbutt to the crotch. What's up? By Devon. Undertaker rolling to the outside already, and Drew Gulak following him. Michinoku driver from Umaga. Can't tell if, I thought Gulak might have been going for a weapon for a second, but no. Just taking a moment to breathe. Fandango now throwing Umaga into the corner. Don't really know what he's planning here, but Gulak sneaking up on them quick. Oh, went for a big move, but Umaga able to get out of the way. Oh, Gulak and Umaga trying to team up on Fandango, but they're just hitting each other. Undertaker now back into the ring. Umaga hits him hard, grabbing him by the back suplex. Gulak's been busted open by Fandango, who now goes up to the top rope. Is he going to hit that last dance on Undertaker now? DDT from Keemstar. Oh no, just a diving elbow drop. Keemstar going for the pin, and Undertaker getting pinned at the same time. The game crashed. The game just crashed. And with that, the cell collapsed on top of all of them. And so that match isn't happening anymore. Can I even do a triple threat Hell in a Cell? Or does it have to, like, are we restarting this? God damn it. God damn it. 2K17 fucking sucks. Can't wait to be done with this game. Yes, yes, please don't try this on. If I can do a triple threat Hell in a Cell, then the cell collapsed on top of them, and none of that happened. If I can't do a triple threat Hell in a Cell, then we're just gonna redo these next 2 Hell in a Cells, and we're just gonna put momentum at fast so that we can get it fucking done with. Oh, Hell in a Cell. Okay, so that cell collapsed, and nothing happened there. So none of those people move on. It's just gonna be a triple threat at the end. Cell collapsed, Ripperoonie. We're gonna move on now to our final section. Sucks for all of those guys. So let me find the next 6. That will be going on to face Kurt Angle and Cookie Monster alone. Alright, this is also like a pretty weird one. Let me set this to Halloween Havoc first. Alright. I still think this is gonna be the best one. But it's definitely like a weird one, to say the least. I think that's why it's so good. It's because it's a weird one, but it's got a lot of good people in it. And like a huge asshole as well. Which one are we doing? Do this one. You know, it sucks to be like Keemstar. It really looked like either Keemstar or Fandango was possibly going to win that one there. But, who knows? I guess all of those guys will maybe get... I'll make a note of everyone who got screwed there. And they'll get some kind of, like, mini tournament. You know what? Every person who was in that match, regardless of if they were in another tournament beforehand, every person who was in that match that just got screwed out of it, congratulations, you're now all going to be part of the Super Brawl for All. Regardless of anything else you may be a part of. So there's your second chance to do something. going into the loading screen. Let me go ahead and move all these guys into the section that says Super Brawl for All, along with Balor.
This is going to be one of those matches that people will remember exactly where they were.
The Super Brawl for All was just going to be random, right? Of people that hadn't been in any other tournaments. You can absolutely tell who one of these people is by the right side of the screen. Anyway. It was just going to be completely random. And then, like, the Balor Styles thing happened. I was like, yeah, I'll make this a qualifier. And then that just happened, and I'm not redoing it since I don't have to. So, all of those people just get to be in the Super Brawl for All. They'll get their second shot at the world title, which is what the winner of the Super Brawl for All will get, is a shot at the title at the Royal Rumble, because the Super Brawl for All will happen before the Rumble. Yeah. 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 Okay. Yeah. I had to think about that for a minute. I was like, what does each of these things get? Because we compare Super Brawl for All with Best of the Super Big Boys. Because Best of the Super Big Boys will go after Thoren's Super Sweet title belt. And we'll also pair up Old Farts with the Tag Team one to go before Survivor Series. Almost done loading. This one loaded pretty quick. Alright, here we go. We good? Ready to go? I mean, I can just, like, hit the thing. There's no music. That's the wrong one. There we go. Here we are. First competitor of the third cell. It's Dave!
The following contest is an
Oh, Dunks woke up today. He was like, goodness, what was that noise? He said, who won the second cell? And I say, oh, Dunks, that's a long story. And he go, it is 12 o'clock at night. I don't want no long stories. I'm going back to bed. Good night, sleepy Dunks. So that's right. Dave is in the first ever War Games match, which has already ended with a horrible cave collapsure, trapping everyone inside so that they couldn't finish their match. Isn't that just whackadaisical, Dunk? Whackadaisical? I mean, hey, you know, good news for Cookie Monster. Yeah, he still doesn't have to be pinned to lose his title, but, like, it's way easier. They have to incapacitate him. He's not going to get distracted by someone else while someone pins someone else. This just got way easier for Cookie Monster to defend. And if Cookie Monster retains, I'm going to say it, if Cookie Monster retains, it's probably because a cell collapsed and God intervened to save Cookie Monster. But going up against Dave is none other than Shaquille O'Neal. That's right, Shaq is in the first ever War Games match. Now, I will look at their records, but I know Dave and Shaq are mostly tag team material. Hideo is 0-1. Of course, Legacy of Smack is 1-3. So Dave and Shaq, I don't think have done singles competition. Shaq has not done singles competition. Dave has not done singles competition. So there you have it. And our third competitor in the third cell is Hulk Hogan, the Immortal One. So Hulk Hogan, the legend himself, is 1-0 actually. I don't know who he beat, but he beat someone. So Hogan already just has the best record in terms of singles competition. Oh, sleepy Dunker. Oh, he's just so tired.
It's that destructive. Man, you can't beat the atmosphere here in
Hulk Hogan, Shaq, Dave. Who else could be in the third chamber of the War Games match? Honestly, I don't care, Hulk Hogan. I just don't care. Yes, yes, we get to see you again. Even though I just skipped your entrance. Here we go. It is exactly who you think it is. The A-lister. The Miz, who has a fake Intercontinental Championship. So Miz, again, primarily tag team competition, is 1-1 in singles competition.
The awesome one's on his way to make more.
Don't remember if he won or lost at SummerSlam when he went for the Fight Master Championship. I'm pretty sure he did beat Tatsumi Fujinami. Right, because isn't he the shortest ever reigning Fight Master champion, or is that TJ Perkins? Oh, I actually want to see this now. It's Goldust. Goldust is the shortest reigning. Miz is the second shortest reigning. Miz had 16 minutes. Goldust had it for 5 minutes. So there's 4 people here in this cell. A lot of good athletes here. You can probably guess who the 6th one was based on who was in the far right. Or the 5th. I assume they're coming out 6th because they were the last person I put in. And I'm assuming they do this based on the order I entered them in. Which would mean that the next entrant into the War Game cell is the Joker, who is actually by far the worst person in this match. I believe they are 0-3. I believe Joker is 0-2 or 0-3. Joker is 0-2. So just awful. Never won a match. Fought Apollo Crews for the title at Hell in a Cell for absolutely no reason. Just because random fate decided it. Unofficial member of the Orphan Cripplers. That's 3 Orphan Crippler members being in action tonight. Everyone but their leader, Adolf Hitler. Next up, final competitor in War Games. You probably saw his armband a minute ago. John Cena. Do.
And from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds.
I thought he was going to say something. Maybe he still will. Don't really know what really triggers him to say something. Unless it's right now. Yes, no, maybe so. Looks like he isn't. Alright, John Cena. Get to work. So Cookie Monster is already facing Kurt Angle. Honestly, I think any one of these people could be a threat to him except for the Joker. Honestly, Dave probably wouldn't be much of a threat. But, like, he's still, like, he is non-canon former tag champ. He held the title even though he never lost it. Because, you know, the whole thing with 2K17 and only the Rumble being canon. You get what I'm saying. Either way, I think this is going to be one hell of a cell match. Ha ha ha. Cena, your entrance is over now. Here we go. Who will move on to the final chamber with Cookie Monster and Kurt Angle for the World Heavyweight Championship? Right off the bat, Dave goes after John Cena, trying to make a name for himself. Shaq goes after the Joker, and Hogan throws Miz out of the ring before, I assume, going for a weapon? No, just weirdly getting out on the other side. Dave versus Cena. This is great match potential. I never looked up Cena's stats, so I will do that right now for you. Just so you can know that Cena is at an impressive 1-0. Are you fucking with me? Cena has had 1 match in Universe Mode? Jesus. And it was against Banana Man, too. Like, I remember that match. That was a cool match. I really wanted Banana Man to win. The fact that Cena's only match has been against Banana Man is wild.
totally disrespectful.
This is the only match where there was a specific win or loss.
See that move every day.
Dave going after Hulk Hogan now. Miz helping him, teaming up against Hogan, hitting him with that electric chair drop. Joker going after Shaq, but Shaq just wanting another. Miz going after Joker now. Miz just going after everyone. Everyone has left Dave alone in the ring, so Dave left with them. Because there's not really much you can do in the ring if everyone is left, aside from rest, which is probably a good thing for Dave to do since he just got double teamed. Miz now throwing Joker and Dave into the ring, as Shaq throws Cena, and immediately Joker gets knocked back out. Miz slamming Cena to the ground. Dave going after Shaq now. Two members of prestigious tag teams. Clotheslining Shaq over the top rope. Cena throwing Hogan over the top rope. We've got Cena Dave again. No, Dave chose to leave the ring, as did Cena. These people are not going for pins right now. They are just going to hurt each other and eventually go for the pins, which is a smart way to handle things. There's two strategies I see in this. Either try and get the pin as quick as possible or just try to kill everyone. Dave has Shaq up. Dave Buster to Shaquille O'Neal. Hulk Hogan going after Joker now. The tag team double gut buster to the Joker. Dave rolling him over. Center of the ring. Is Dave going for the big swing? It looks like it. The massive Dave swing to the Joker. I don't know what happened to Miz. I think Cena was beating him up on the outside. I didn't notice. Shaq throwing Hogan around. Cena throwing Miz around. Dave throwing Joker around. Dave, however, not going for the pin on Joker. Instead going right after Cena. And not the smartest move as Shaq just steps on the Miz's chest. Going for the pin. Both Cena on Joker and Shaq on Miz. And that's going to cause a double break, of course. Cena calling for the attitude adjustment on the Joker. Definitely needs his attitude adjusted. Cena now could go for the pin. No. Looking to take out Hogan as he saw him come up. Miz now on his feet. Looking to take out either Cena or the Joker. He's going for Cena of all people. Everyone's just going after Cena. They clearly see the threat in him. Oh, DDT from Hogan on the Miz. on the Dave as Miz sets up Cena in the corner. Going for a super side superplex. I don't know what Hogan's doing to Dave, but he beat him up. Cena now rolling out of the ring. Shaq throwing Joker out. Miz misses the drop kick. Shaq goes onto the ring. Outside of the ring on his own. Dave able to get out of there. Clothesline from the Miz. Now both Miz and Dave just teaming up on Hulk Hogan. I don't really know what's wrong with Dave there. Oh, am I losing a ton of frames now? I'm just like losing a ton of frames now. Cool, I don't really know why. We're losing just like a billion frames. We're just going to continue losing frames? Okay, what if? Here's a potential fix, right? That's the wrong one. I just open the copyright thing, right? It's a still image. There's not really frames to lose. Why is the video up but suddenly low? That's my question. Did my internet just happen to shit out because it's midnight? Because that's completely possible. I actually may have to end the stream here and just like continue recording it. Well, no, like I might have to end the stream and start the stream back up, which is annoying, but I'm gonna do that. I don't have a choice. I'm gonna just have to edit it together tomorrow and upload it. So can I stop and then start the recording? The answer appears to be no. So unfortunately, my internet has decided to crap out because it is midnight, which is an important lesson for me to learn. I don't really know why the internet just decides to crap out at midnight. But if I want to do this in one sitting, which I kind of have to do, I'm in the middle of a match, I have to just record it and not live stream it, which sucks. So these last bits aren't going to be live. They're just going to be in the video that I edit together once this is all over. As we see Cena now throwing Miz in the corner. This was a fucking horrible idea. War Games was a fucking trash idea. It's almost, it's 12:10 at night, I guess, but it's technically the morning of the next day. What is fucking Miz doing to Cena? What is that taunt? Either way, Hulk Hogan's like headbutting him in the back of the head and just fucking tossing him aside.
That's right. That was humiliating. He saw that one coming. If he keeps up this pace.
Cena now fighting against Hogan. Dave against Joker. Big punch from Dave. Oh, but Joker reverses. Cena rolling to the outside. Joker punching Dave. Dave fighting back. Joker having none of it. They both all just repeatedly fight against each other. Dave getting Joker up for the Dave Buster. And Hogan just watches. Goes for the Akshi Boomba on Dave. Just wisely got out of the way. Dave's been saving up finishers. I know you, Dave. Oh, but Miz grabs him with a Russian leg sweep from behind. Dave now getting stomped in his face. Miz now. Baseball dropkick. Looked like Joker was going for a pin there out of desperation, but was unable to get it in time. Oh, and Joker grabbing David Noah neckbreaker. Cena and Shaq going one-on-one here. Shaq getting teamed up on the corner by Joker and Cena. And Cena goes for the tornado DDT to Shaq. Hulk Hogan knocked to the outside. Shaq trying to roll the outside. Makes it. Cena picking Miz up for a powerbomb. Oh, but Miz fighting back as we see Joker hit neckbreaker on Dave. Cena now putting Miz on the corner. I don't really know what Cena's planning here. He's calling for Dave to get up for some reason. It's not a smart move to just turn your back on the Miz, who just whiffs entirely and goes after Dave. Hitting Dave with the figure 4 leg lock out of nowhere. And no one can break it up. No one can break it up. Except for, I guess, Shaq broke it up, I think. Miz now side Russian leg sweep to Cena. Joker laid out on the outside. Shaq and Dave just lay out next to each other. Cena rolled to the outside. Hogan. No. Failed to take out Miz. Everyone's laid out. This could be Miz's chance. Skull crushing finale on Hogan. Go for the pin, Miz. Take Hogan out. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and Miz beating Hulk Hogan. I don't know why Shaq and Dave just stared. They were disoriented. But there you have it. Hogan takes the loss there. 1-1 on Hogan. Miz, Kurt Angle, and Cookie Monster are your last 3 in the cell. Not really what I expected. I'll be completely honest with you. It doesn't help my expectations that, like, everyone in the second cell just got eliminated because the cell collapsed on them. And reality was destroyed. The game crashed again for a second there. So triple threat. Hell in a Cell. I'm just speeding this up. Computer. Halloween Havoc. Where are you at? There it is. I gotta pick the people for making the title match. Alright. Honestly, entrance off. We've seen the freaking entrances. Custom Superstar. Cookie Monster. Who probably doesn't even have the world title. Can I check? I have to check everyone first. It was Kurt Angle. Yo, Kurt Angle and Miz is kind of fitting, like, in real life, because they're not really feuding, but they're like, Miz hates him because he hates Daniel Bryan. He just hates all authority figures. Can I make this the World Heavyweight title match? I mean, I fucking absolutely can. It's nothing. Why? Whatever. Except start match. I know I said we'd watch Cookie Monster's entrance. I lied. Everything else has just kind of gone to shit, so we're just going to finish this up. Because now I have to edit this together after I finish, which, like, isn't long, but it's long enough that I want to save the time by skipping the entrance, because that was just over in a fucking heartbeat. Here we go, the final cell of this abomination that is the War Games. It was a failure in WCW, and it's a failure now. Swing neckbreaker from The Miz. This is all for the World Heavyweight Championship. Kurt Angle, neckbreaker to The Miz. Neckbreakers everywhere. Cookie Monster is the most refreshed man in this match, having not been through any of this hell. until now. Not that any of these guys care. Kurt Angle is just giving it to him. Miz smartly taking a moment to rest, act like an egotistical jerk. Angle just giving it to Cookie Monster. He knows Cookie Monster is the biggest threat. Cookie Monster is king of the ring. He's the champion. Cookie Monster is going to taunt. Not the wisest move, but Cookie Monster is a very bold individual. But Cookie Monster doesn't have to be pinned or submitted here to lose his title. If Angle or Miz... That was a great reaction. If Angle or Miz do something to each other, then they can win the title like that. Now that being said, it's much easier for Cookie Monster to be involved since there's only 3 instead of 4. Since you have to actually get rid of the other person, not just have them distracted by the 4th person. So that may save Cookie Monster here. Especially when we see things like, oh my god. I thought he was going to put him in the, he was going to put him in the cookie glider. He was going to show him how to get all the way to Sesame Street. But Kurt Angle stopped him. Headbutt from Cookie Monster. Cookie Monster now just kicking him repeatedly. Angle getting behind him, punching him in the back as Miz is laid on the outside. Another punch from Kurt Angle, looking to become World Heavyweight Champion. German suplex, followed by another German suplex. Oh, Miz tries to kick throw him and he punches Angle in the gut. Arm drag by Angle to Cookie Monster. You can tell there's bad blood here. Neck breaker to the Olympic gold medalist. Miz now has Cookie Monster. Cookie Monster pushes him down. Cookie Monster going for a springboard move here. Trying to get Miz up. Oh, and Cookie Monster decided against it as Kurt Angle had also gotten up to his feet. Cookie Monster's going to let this play out for a second. I think that's smart of the champion. That'll help him retain. Oh, but they're going to team up on Kurt Angle. They both see as a threat enziguri by the Miz. And immediately Cookie Monster takes him there. But Miz reversing, dropping Cookie Monster to the ground. Miz calling for the skull-crushing finale already. Trying to put Cookie Monster away. No! Going for the figure 4 leg lock of all things. Onto Cookie Monster. And Kurt Angle able to break it up. Just barely though. And immediately Miz float over neck breaker to Kurt Angle. And this is where we could see him get the pin without even having to involve the champion. That figure 4 leg lock did some serious damage to Cookie Monster. We don't see Cookie Monster's legs getting worked over all that often. Miz going up to the top rope may not be the smartest move with Cookie Monster nearby. Oh! And Cookie Monster tried to Superman punch in midair. Oh, and Miz has him too. Miz is just taking it to everyone now. Oh, and Cookie Monster fighting out. Miz hitting him hard. Cookie Monster kicking him back. Center of the ring. What is Cookie Monster planning? A suplex. Now going after Kurt Angle, who's taking some serious damage as well. Goes for the drop kick. Kurt Angle swoops him out of the way. Could be setting up for that angle lock there, but no. Cookie Monster sending him into the corner again. Oh, big kicks. Stiff kicks to Kurt Angle. Now Cookie Monster. What is even happening? He just twisted Kurt Angle's arm all around as he gets Kurt Angle up. And Miz grabbing him from behind. Inverted DDT, kind of. Cookie Monster thrown to the outside. This could be where Cookie Monster loses his title without ever actually losing it. Big clothesline in the corner from Kurt Angle. Cookie Monster needs to hurry up and get back up to his feet. As we see Angle now going for the suplex on the Miz.
He's starting to feel the pressure of this triple threat match, guys.
What is Angle planning here? Maybe Angle lock, maybe Angle slam. It took a bit too long. Cookie Monster's back up on his feet. Jawbreaker by the Miz. Cookie Monster turning him around. Center of the ring. Oh my god. Cookie Destroyer to the Miz. Turning him inside out and knocking him completely out of the ring. Angle grabbing Cookie Monster from behind. Goes for the Angle slam. Cookie Monster reverses it. Oh my god. Crucifix Cookie Buster onto Kurt Angle, who was able to kick out, but just Barely. Now, center of the ring. Rolling pin to Kurt Angle. Could this be it? Is Cookie Monster going to win? Looks like he's going for 450 degrees. But he can't get to the turnbuckle. Kurt Angle kicking him in the face. That's going to allow Miz to get back into the ring, running neck breaker. Miz now. Knee DT to Cookie Monster. And he sees Kurt Angle taunting. He's going after him. Big punch. Skull crushing finale. But no. Kurt Angle with pure strength fights out of it. Into the suplex machine. As Cookie Monster makes his way back up to his feet. And he's going to let The Miz get hit with that third suplex. As Cookie Monster catches his breath. Oh, big punch. Knocking Cookie Monster out of the ring. Oh, no. Oh, no. Cookie Monster's not in the ring. Kurt Angle connects with the angle slam to The Miz. Is this it? Is Kurt Angle going to win the title without pinning Cookie Monster? 1, 2, 3. Kurt Angle just won the World Heavyweight Championship without ever having to pin the champion. So that's going to be a loss for The Miz. Where is Miz at? 1-2. Disappointing for The Miz. I'm like mad that Cookie Monster lost without ever being pinned. Incredible. Kurt Angle now 1-0 in singles competition because of the War Games. No, give me the 1-0. That's 1-2. 1-0. Cookie Monster does not get a loss here. He stays at, I think he's like 6-1, maybe higher. Cookie Monster's 9-1. And he's still 9-1. He did not eat the loss there. Your new World Heavyweight Champion of War Games is Kurt Angle. This was a mess, but I had fun. I'm going to go edit this together and upload it. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. I left my mouse on the ground again.